Hi chat, how are you doing? Before I'm going to the main screen, how do you like my starting soon screen? Got it from Etsy, and I had been eyeing it for forever, and I finally just went ahead and buy it. I also see the chat box is a little bit too wide, but I will fix that for the next stream. But do you think it's so cute? It's from Jujutsu Kaisen. Hi chat. Hi. Do you notice something different? Let me lower the music a little bit because it might be a bit loud. I think this. Your hair. Okay, yeah. One thing is my hair. But do you notice there that like it's I I am so happy that I finally got to move to the different room. Like I have been here for a few weeks now. And I finally got around to tidy everything up. And I need to get used to the fact that my camera is not over there, but over there. Like right in front of me for once. Yeah, let's see everything in the chat. As he stream, hi Katie. A Nika Red advertisement? What? Why is that on my stream? What the fuck? Dreaming is absolutely losing my mind. 7 fucking months. Let's go. Hi. What's up, Pocus? Hi, Breeze. I'm Mifu. I'm Automati. Twitch is fine. Nothing wrong. Oh, God. But yeah. Your volume is low? My volume is low. Fucking hell. Okay, so my GoXLR is being an absolute bitch. Oh my fucking God. What the? Okay. I literally have raised my gain by 20 for like several days in a row because it keeps going back and I keep saving it. But it never sticks. You're louder now? Am I too loud or am I good? But yeah, everything looks different. Hi Chago. I thought this was Ezzy channel. Maybe I misclicked. Well, same old Ezzy. Just I decided to like let my hair dry how it wants to dry. And this is what came out of it. It's still the same haircut as before I left. Was it? I don't know for sure. But I need to get a haircut to like tidy this up. But this is how my hair wants to go. Hey, is that Muda? What the fuck, Breeze? Do you have a new haircut? No. I don't even remember the last time I went. I think it was before the last time I just gonna literally look up a picture to see when it was. Was it this? No, it wasn't. It was after. Jesus Christ. Details. This was taken on September 5th. So it's like 3 to 4 weeks ago, and this was after my haircut. I don't have a picture of the haircut, so. Or is it this? Literally, my perception of time, September 2nd. Yeah. So it was slightly after I left? I don't know. Poor Breeze. But yeah, I've got a new studio. And this widget is way too fucking wide. Hello? Let me go and fix that. That's just unnecessarily wide. Okay, save. You have to refill it. What even is time? Exactly. But yeah, I've got a new office space. So there's like a lot of space. It looks smaller because of how I've got the camera. Do I have the camera hub open? Camera hub. Because I have the camera zoomed in a little bit. Can I show you the full extent? Like, this is the full cam. And and if I go and stand and move away from the camera a bit, then you will be able to see how big it is here. Is this too high? Okay, wait. Okay. So there's so much space here. There's so much space here. Oh, this is the wrong button. Okay, well. Good to see you back. Feeling better? I'm feeling better, but I've got to be honest. I had several moments this week where I was going to go live and then just chickened out. Literally, if some people have seen my Twitter, I was like anxiety spiraling, and today as well. I was debating if I should wait and do stream tonight, because then I would have had like a beer or something with my dinner, and maybe that would loosen me up. And I was like, no, that's fucking bullshit, ass. So yeah, here I am. I did buy emotional support muffins. New space, a hot yoga stream. Your hair looks so good, thank you. So, yes, one perk of having more space is that I will be able to do VR streams. I will be able to do like Nintendo Switch, like physical games, yoga, dancing. I have the space now. There's more than enough space. Like even if I play VR and just stand in one space, I can just reach every direction without hitting anything. And that's very different than where I used to be. So yeah. What the? Bixby, shut the fuck up. My Bixby keeps reacting to the random things I say, but sometimes I'm watching a stream on my phone, and then it picks up the voice of the streamer I'm watching through the speaker into the microphone, and Bixby is reacting to that. Rah. We are scary, to be fair. Yeah. You help it by being such an amazing human. You guys are too sweet. Something that I also changed, that you can't see because I currently only have the founders in my chat, is that I have new sub badges. They're nothing special. I got them from Etsy. They were really cheap. But I thought, no, it would look nice to have like something for the separate month themes. Let's see, can I find it and show it to you all? Introducing chat highlights, introducing more ways to help you recognize new and returning chatters at a glance. Well, that's not really necessary for me. Also, Twitch now has a new shoutout function, like a native shoutout function, where you can just /shoutout and then their username. And if you get a shout out, you actually get in your, can I show it to you? Does this work? Yes. You can see over here, I was shout out in Avenido's chat yesterday, and you actually see how many viewers it was shouted out to. So that's kind of neat. But you can also tell it doesn't work for shit. Doesn't show up on mobile. No, and if you are on PC, it doesn't always show up like really clearly. Like I feel like the announce thing, like this thing, is way more effective. Like if you integrate within a shoutout command on a bot, that it's way more visible. Yeah, it also doesn't work on mobile. And like, there isn't a link either. So it's just only shows if your browser has been updated, which Opera has not been. Yeah, it shows up at the same place as polls, etc., but those don't show up really either. But like polls are at least like big blocks. This doesn't like really show up. Yeah, Twitch did explode. Now it's just slowly dying in flames. YouTube just needs to be better with chat. Oh, you need, if you are watching on PC or like browser, you need to get this extension. It's hello bot. What the fuck? Okay, my bots are not working for some goddamn reason. I literally made it yesterday. Anyway, there's like an extension, browser extension. Yeah, thank you, Natalie. There's a browser extension. What the fuck? Thank you, Katie. It's a browser extension that just changes the YouTube chat to look and feel more like Twitch chat. Like, it's still not the same, but it cleans everything up and like how the chat flows. Like for YouTube, it's just an endless stream. Like it doesn't stop for like half a second. Like new message, it just gets put on at the bottom. For Twitch chat, it has like, it stores up all messages from like, let's say the past second and just refreshes every second. Thank you for the sticker. I can't even see the sticker right now. What sticker? It's a potato. It's a giant potato. The sound was not audible. It might be very low. That might be the problem. Or is did the 7-page Muda also not show up? I'm pretty sure I set it up right. I'm not sure. Okay, wait. Let me investigate. It's so big. It's indeed big. I don't know, when I did test alerts for this and did big, it wasn't like even half that size. But yeah, at least you get like worth your money on a potato sticker. Let's investigate why that broke. Or let's do what I wanted to do first before I forget. Viewer awards. Is it emotes? No. Channel points? No. Twitch's menus are not intuitive, like, whatsoever. I should send this to some YouTube creators I like. I do some more research on it and send it their way. Like, everyone can install the browser extension, and then at least the chat will be better in those chats for every YouTube stream you watch. If the streamer is supported by the extension, you also get things like predictions, channel points, a battle pass for watch time. You can unlock badges, etc. And if you are in good favors with Ludwig, you can skip the waitlist. What was that? Oh, thank you for the follow. Why is it behind my chat? Okay, hold up. I thought everything was correct. Apparently it wasn't. and oh god. Yeah, I need to put a message limit. What will I do? Okay. 5? Let's do 5. Then it isn't as obnoxious. The fast track feels so scummy to me. I mean, so there is a wait list, and the wait list is not first come, first serve. It's because it obviously costs money. Hey, still nerves, welcome in. Yes, this is an SD stream. It obviously costs money to individually set up people. So they have to like pick and choose who they are supporting first. And obviously they need to be like big streamers and notable people. Like commercial, I get it, but it's kind of mean to smaller streamers. If they want to make it available for everyone, but right now they can't yet because they have to separately set it up, and it takes time and effort to do that. It's still in like it's still in a sort of test phase as well. So to make sure there's quality control, they can't just get everyone on willy-nilly. And for like Shy Lily, her going to stream on YouTube is huge for the YouTube community. It's beneficial for the people that are already on YouTube, either full-time or actively streaming there. So it makes sense that with her following, getting awareness for the browser extension, but also getting her on the extension It's good for the current YouTube streamers. It's good for the YouTube ecosystem. And also because like she is a big streamer, I feel like if Iron Mouse decides to do her first YouTube stream, or when she decides to do it more than once, she will be fast tracked as well. And like I signed up for the waitlist, and you have to fill in how many followers you have, like on your social media. And I think they will pick and choose people based on their following. I think they will do both, like big creators, but also want to get on smaller creators. But like probably like small, and at random. So I don't think I will get off the wait list before it's released to the public. But that might change. So yeah. I have few things to say from my time. Time isn't a social construct. Social constructs are social constructs. I mean, technically, yeah, but like, I can't be scary when I'm timed out. Depends whether you're staying in the chat or taking it to other things. More office space is massive Lego city building stream. I'm so sad that Legos and what you're saying, Bionicles, were seen as boy toys. So if you were like a girl, you were like, nobody would give it to you. And if you would ask for it, people would look at you weird. So I never got that stuff. That's also why I didn't get like a PlayStation until I literally bought one myself. I didn't really buy it myself. I wanted to buy it myself, then I got it for Christmas, I believe. Wait, they were? Here, at least, they were seen as boy toys. So it was really terrible with the gender standards here. And as you can tell, for me, I don't really give a fuck about gender standards. Okay, so like my first... Like I had like a Nintendo DS and Game Boy Advance and such, but like a real console, never until I literally bought them myself. And I was old enough. Like I was already gaming for years at that point. I got my first PC because my ex literally gave his old PC to me so we could game together. At that point, my parents would not have given me a gaming PC. Like my sister had Lego princess sets. Yeah, but those were like the girl version. Like it had to be like pink and glittery, otherwise it was not girly enough. They have unisex and Lego sets patented to both, I thought. Yeah, they are unisex. It's just that the standards in the Netherlands were shit. They were definitely in the boys section in the toy books. Yeah, exactly. If I when I was little, they don't do it anymore because it's a giant waste of paper. I think they quit doing that since a few years. Every year around December, like we have Sinterklaas every year, like December 5th, and like the few weeks running up to it. Intertoys, like the local toy store and Bart Smith, they merged now, but like they send out a giant like book, like a catalogus with just the toys. So you could just literally go and pick out everything you wanted for Sinterklaas. Because we don't really do Christmas here. It's weird. So there were clear like distinctions between the girls section and the boys section. If I linger too much on the boys section, people will look weird at me. Toys R Us? We have Toys R Us's, like in the Netherlands in general, but like not here where I live specifically. That's so sad. As even in the 1940s, Lego had little notes on their set saying Lego wasn't for any gender. You know, the Dutch are, they say they're tolerable, but they're just shit at. I think it's also like, if it isn't like stereotypical girl, or girly, it's automatically boy. Something like that. So if it wasn't like a kitchen play set or a doll or whatever the fuck, like it wasn't like pink or glittery or stereotypical like sexist, it was a boy toy. It feels weird to say boy toy, but I don't know what else to say. Lego letter to parents in 1974. To parents, the urge to create is equally strong in all children, boys and girls. It's the imagination that counts, not skill. You build whatever comes in your head the way you want it. A bed or a truck, a doll's house or a spaceship. A lot of boys like doll's houses. They're more human than spaceships. A lot of girls prefer spaceships. They're more exciting than doll houses. The most important thing is to put the right material in their hands and let them create what appeals to them. Tolerance is not equal to accepting. Yeah. Not 40s, but pretty progressive for the 70s. I feel like, where was Lego made? Like Denmark? I feel like Denmark is also like ahead of its time at that thing. I mean, my niece liked dinosaurs. So like, I grew up and I didn't really fit in with like either boys or girls. Because the girls were like literally at some point, all they did in our breaks, like we had in the morning, we had like a break around 10:30. And we were allowed to like go outside at some point. All they did was just doing their hair in front of the mirror in the bathrooms. Or every morning they get together to show what color they painted their nails. So eventually I started doing that too. Because, to be fair, nail polish is pretty cool. I just wasn't very good at it. Yo, what's up, Mai? Welcome in. I started doing that too because nail polish is pretty cool, but it was still not like how I do things. Like, I really tried to be a girl. Like, I really tried. Like, to fit in and such. But then I just hang out with my best friend, who was a guy. And he got Legos for his birthday. And I was always, like, super hyped to go home with him on his birthday. To, like, celebrate and have a party with him. And help him build. I was so excited every time. Like, I have to be honest. There were times that I rather spend time with him for his Legos than for him. Even though I still really like spending time with him. Does that make sense? Like, he was literally my best friend. And I really loved spending time with him. But, like, his Legos were dope, man. Like, he got, like, Lego City, like, several buildings on his birthday. Legos are fire as fuck, like, I'm pretty sure, don't worry. But I love that so much. And I was literally called half a boy every time. Like, oh, she is half a boy. Because I was like, I was a girl. But I didn't really, I acted really boyish in what I liked and how I acted and such. So that was definitely something. I have to go zoom back in. Yes, this is better. So that was so weird and I felt out of place and it felt weird to me how people said it. And I wasn't part of the guys either. For a big reason that I was bullied, mostly by the guys, so I didn't really fit in anyway. And for the things the guys did, I simply didn't know much about them. Because I didn't grow up with them. And they didn't really want to tell me either. Because, oh, you're just a girl, you wouldn't get it. I'm like, I'm legit interested, I just don't know what to do. Wait, what were the girls doing in your break? The girls on break in my school would play Spice Girls and do dance routines. They had so much effort. The girls in my school would just sit and talk about boys. Meanwhile, I was running around playing football. It wasn't really gendered. I was just little grabby gremlin no one liked. I feel like I was similar to that. Other than that, there are many problems with Twitch, especially with XX. They get rid of fan favorite systems. Can think of the word like hosting, and then with big streamers they cut their revenue down by 20%. It's literally 50-50 for everyone, but YouTube has a 70-30 revenue split for everyone. Yeah, so with that, I feel like people aren't mad at hosting because hosting does something. It's more like hosting is just a nice little extra, and it feels weird they're removing it because it doesn't really... There is not really a direct reason why they would. Like, for everything else they change, they give a reason, but for hosting it's just like, we're gonna discontinue hosting. I'm like, what? And then later they complain about... Well, they didn't really complain about. It was more like, they want you to be alive to... They want you to be alive to grow. Like, literally, they... Oh, no one... No, I didn't... Okay, so I misspoke. No one is mad at the removal of hosting. They're not really mad that they're removing it. It's more like people are confused why they're removing it. Like, in the end, it isn't like a big deal feature. It still helps. It's nice to have. It's weird to remove it. And like Twitch rewards you for being live. Like the more time you're alive, that's how you grow. That's literally like example that a lot of people seem to give is like, look at Hassan and XQC. They literally go live and they are at the top of the category and just go on for like 10, 20 hours at a time. And because they're at the top of the category, more and more people come in. So the longer they're alive, literally the longer they're alive, the more people come in. Like, that's the entire trick. So if you're not on top of a category, you have to be lucky that you're somewhat towards the top and the more people come in. Otherwise, you simply don't grow. And there's no discoverability on Twitch whatsoever. If you're offline, your channel is dead. So like, that's why hosting is nice. If you have like an auto host list or you just rated someone before you went off yourself, your channel isn't dead, at least. It's not in your benefit. But it's not like people come in and they find literally nothing. There's nothing going on. It's completely dead. Which is why YouTube has like the upper hand in that. You can go live for like an hour. You go offline. Not only will the VOD stay up until you remove it yourself or there's something in it YouTube needs to remove it for. Your channel isn't dead when you are offline. Literally, if you like, all your past streams are there, all your past videos are there. Everything is there. Like, hosting is a nice gesture, but the removal kind of sucks. Thought they were replacing it with a suggested list. Found a lot of streamers from TikTok, TBH. Yeah, I need to be more active on TikTok, but it's... can't be honest. And before I was on YouTube watching VODs and highlights, yeah. I'm pretty angry already. Twitch is gonna have to start begging for viewers pretty soon. Either that or they'll just die. Okay, so we're gonna get our conspiracy theories here. A lot of people were having trouble with their browser and logging in and such. And then Twitch comes out and say, hey, you need to be on a supported browser. And everyone's like, why are you removing support for literally every browser except the main 3? Or like main 4. At some point they said that. And then someone that works at Twitch posted on their personal account that they don't mean support like that. Like, they don't mean support as in the browser supports Twitch, does it work? It means support as in if there are issues, their support team is not going to fix them. Because they don't mean it to work anyway. Gotta go for real now. See you later, maybe. Bye, Essie. Bye, chat. Happy Poke Friday. Jesus Christ, Breeze. See you in another stream. So they doubled down on that, and then people got angry in the comments. Like, why are you posting this here and not on the main page of Twitch? Like, why wasn't this included when you said, hey, if you're having troubles, you need to go on a supported browser? Like, that was very weird. And then last night, they basically bar for bar, they repeated that on the main Twitch account. I'm like, if that was really the case, why didn't you just say that to begin with? Like, it makes sense that you only go for active bug fixing for like the most used stuff, because it will pretty much work for everyone else. And then they also said that they disabled logins because they were countering bot attacks and similar stuff like that. I'm like, why didn't you tell that to begin with? If it was about bots, everyone would have understood. Like, hey, we are disabling login or throttling it to counter bot actions and make sure that we get rid of them. Like, hello? Why are you not communicating with that? Why are you pretending that you're never supported certain browsers, then double back on that, and then say the reason why it isn't working is because you're doing behind the scenes stuff to counter bots? If they said like, hey, if you're experiencing issues logging in, that's because we're doing behind the scenes work to counter bots. We are sorry, we hope to get everything up to normal functioning soon. Nobody would have been angry if they just said that. Whether that's the full truth or not, nobody would have been angry. They would have been annoyed that they couldn't log in. But like, hey, they were finally fixing the issue that was going on for forever. I might be able to shed light on that as a game and software developer. I can tell you, I am quick to remove features that my audience is ambivalent to at best. While I don't like that they're getting rid of hosting, it makes sense from a developer perspective. It's important to keep your code base as slim as possible. Okay, so I do agree with that. But they should have at least come up with like an alternative. Like, discoverability is already so shit. They're removing the little bit that hosting did, even though it didn't even work half the time. Just feels dumb. And they didn't announce anything else to improve that. Like, they announced that now if you set up a stream schedule, that people will get on their homepage like, hey, this person is going to do this stream, set a notification as a reminder. I'm like, what? Okay, nice that you're showing like, hey, these people have streams planned. But that notification, if you are following that channel, what's the point? I understand if you have issues with so many browsers, but if you're limited to like 5 to 10, they can keep track of issues easier. But I feel like Twitch PR is ass. Yeah, literally, I understand that like, oh, you have like 20 different browsers people use, but only these 3 are the most used. So you focus on that to work because that's where like, let's say 70% of the audience is. And because a lot of browsers are based on these most popular browsers, like a lot of browsers people use are based on Chrome. They're literally Chromium browsers. So like naturally, if it works on Chrome, there's like it's like a 90% chance that it works on those browsers too. Like, you don't have to go full bug fixing on that as well. The thing I mentioned yesterday about the login issues being related to bot was also posted on a personal Twitter instead of the main one. Yeah, it's so weird. Is there a chance Bezos is shorting stock against Twitch and deliberately trying to tank it? I don't know. It's so weird. I feel like hosting is only a nice gesture, not an actual surefire way to get more viewers. Because like, if this stream ends and I'm gonna go to Essie's Twitch page, now most likely if you raid out, I'll hang out a few minutes and go look for someone I know. If the raid stream isn't doing something I'm interested in. Yeah, okay, but that's raids. And raids are like, they're like a 50-50 whether they really work. You generally get a few followers from them. Or if you do a good raid, then usually you can expand your community between circles and such. But like hosting, it's just nice, you know? I don't know. What's this? Why is it? Fuck off. Stupid new functions. No, fuck. I closed the chat. Hold on a second. Okay, we back, baby. We back, baby. Let's see. Probably didn't do much when someone lands on your channel when you're offline, they at least have a chance to go somewhere instead of just click off. Yeah, exactly. Bezos isn't CEO anymore. He wouldn't benefit from taking the stock, which also, like, that guy has so much money. At this point, if Amazon is having so much trouble with Twitch, they should either like sell it or like completely revamp it. Like right now it's just a mess and there are leaks everywhere. It's coming apart, it seems, and all they do is add band-aids. It's not improving the things. Like it's literally like adding a small function here, a small function there. Well, we don't need a Twitch variant of a super chat. We don't need more ways to highlight messages. What we need is to have like a short form content feed, like a For You page you can just go to. For example, on the app, like we have like 3 apps or something, 3 tabs. Like people you're following that are currently live, your own stuff. What is it? Oh, what I was talking about conspiracy theory, then I got derailed. So what I was trying to say is, what if they are dropping support for some browsers? Because I heard that Chrome and other browsers in a new update will drop, I think it's code or like support for something where app blockers are reliant on. So by dropping that support, they are claiming it's for security. App blockers will be removed. We all know that Google just wants to get rid of our ad blockers. Like, that's obvious. Like, ad block, it's like for the owner of the best ad program to support ad blockers, it's a bit counterintuitive. So if Twitch is not really supported, or at least working the full 100% on browsers that still support ad blockers, they make more on ads because they want to push all their ads, you know? Literally everything Twitch is doing right now is to try and push ads. They want you to run more ads. They want you to run longer ads. They're doing everything in their mind to push more ads. Like, even with the announcement of the removal of the 70-30 split, they're saying like, we changed the ad revenue split to make up for this ahead of time. So everyone will, in the end, be better off than they were. What? And now they're like being really dumb with their PR around whether they're supporting certain browsers or not. It's only 5% more if I remember correctly. I mean, it's a 55% split now. Like 55-45 for the creator get 55%, but only if they run 3 minutes of ads or more. And yes, it's a big increase over what ads used to give. Now you're forced to run more ads to get that little bit more. Yeah, VPNs and ad blockers are not going to be legal for long, but because most of their revenue is ads, and if they can guarantee you have to watch ads, they can still let ads stop for more. Yep, for sure. Ad block might be a bit harder, but people are already working on it. I mean, there will always be ad blockers, but I feel like they're gonna be less accurate. Because I use ad blocker, and it used to work on Twitch for the longest time, and then stopped working. So I changed the ad blocker, which works as well. then to stop working again. And I do feel like a scumbag sometimes for using ad blockers, especially when I'm creator myself and actually run ads. It's just that ads they suck, man. Like, at least on YouTube, if you watch an ad, it's a personalized ad to some degree. So at least I'm watching an ad for something I might actually be interested in. On Twitch is the most random shit ever. It's often like a really long ass commercial that isn't really interesting to begin with, which could have been condensed down to like half the time. And it's almost none of the time something I'm actually interested in. So what I'm supposed to do? So ads are worth more in revenue than subs? No, it's like subs, we get a 50-50 split, most people. But I think that's still after fees. I don't know exactly, because even though I should get 50%, I don't think I get 50% actually. I've never done the math really. It also depends on where the sub is purchased, because they are heavily localized prices now. I meant for Twitch. Yeah, it's just that like the big streamers, especially the ones that have the 70-30 split, they both stream for so many hours with so many people that just the increase in ad rev and like the ad incentives, like let's not forget, they don't just get the increased split. They also get like a bonus, like, oh, if you stream for X amount of hours this month with an ad density of Y, and what ad density means how many seconds of ads you're playing per hour, then you get this amount of money flat. But you have to lock in, and you only get it if you run ads automatically on a schedule. And if you actually do that amount of hours. But the range of that money also like really depends. Like I know Evan actually gets a really nice amount, but that's because, like according to him, because he has always ran ads. People that never ran ads to begin with get a lot worse incentives. Which I feel like is a bit counterproductive, because if you're lowballing, people are not taking it. Ad blocker work for you on Twitch? Well, every time my ad blocker is on, my Twitch is acting up and showing me ads on the channel. I'm subbed to freshly gifted subs, which is really wild. Yeah, ads blocker used to work, but then it just stopped working. But the people I actively watch anyway, I'm subbed to, so if I'm like watching them on average more than an hour, I'm usually subbed to them. If ads were limited to 30 seconds max and like one an hour, wouldn't mind near as bad. I think the lowest I can set my ad density to is like 20 seconds per hour. But it doesn't get rid of pre-rolls. So I'd rather have it a little bit higher and get rid of pre-rolls. Or at least partially get rid of pre-rolls. I just hate, like, I got this 4 ads back to back sometime, 9 in ones. I got like 8 ads, and they were all like 30 seconds each. And it was so painful. Like, at least I should, like, I know there's like a little timer on how long the ad is left. They should like add an overall time, like, oh, this ad, because right now they show, oh, you have 30 seconds left on this ad, and it's ad 1 of 5. Add an overall timer so I know I can just go to the toilet and come back. But I'm just sitting like, when is it gonna be over? Do Twitch earn more from ads or subs? I think they earn a lot more from ads than they let on. And I think there are a lot more deals they're making behind the scenes. Because no way they're pushing ads this much while they only get 45% of the split. While 55% of the split is still barely anything. And I feel like, because I feel like recently it's become deliberately difficult for me to sub. Again, tinfoil hat, but if you are subbed and the streamer has enabled that subs don't watch ads, like I can turn that off. I can make you all watch ads. Just don't, because I'm not a douche. If someone is subbed, they don't watch ads. So if someone has a very high sub to non-sub ratio, that actually sucks for Twitch. YouTube will need an affiliate program for small streamers because as far as I know, you need 1,000 subscribers to even become partner in Caffeine. It's not just 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers is the easy part. You need to have 4,000 watch hours. So in the last 12 months, your videos need to have been watched 4,000 hours. Shorts don't count for that. And it, like, everything that falls outside of the last 12 months just gets yeeted. But I feel like I heard something, they have announced that they're gonna make it easier to get into part of the program and also have more tiers. So they will have a lower tier to unlock fan funding. So like memberships, but also super chats, etc. And I feel like that's gonna be their answer on like an affiliate program. But the split on that first year, they said it's gonna be 50-50, not 70-30. But like, at least if you will be able to enable it, you at least have it enabled to have something. I tried subbing yesterday just in time to September. It got errors half the time. It's shit. I can only gift sub mouse, not sub myself. Yeah, like I understand being mad at Twitch, but small streamers need to wait this out and see what the masses go, because jumping ship now makes me think a lot of small streamers will get sniffed out revenue. That's why a lot of people just say, like, for example, I was watching, I'm going through the chat, by the way. I'm just a bit slow now, but I'm going through the chat because I have a lot of comments. So I was watching Sam Woodhall. He is like a content creator professional. He used to work for Senpai Gaming, but now he does his own stuff. But he has a lot of knowledge about content creation. So he was doing these one-on-one calls on his stream. Usually people would have to pay for that, but he was like, okay, because of all the news and I just want to make content out of it, and it's gonna be live on stream and not in private. He was doing one-on-one calls, well, at least 2-on-1 calls, because his mod Iris also helped. To go over streamers that want to make the switch to YouTube and what their content strategy would be. Like, how would you start making the change? What would need to become different? Because you're gonna stream on YouTube, you also need to like put in a little effort to make content on YouTube. Because just streaming on YouTube is not gonna get you discovered. Like the trick is, like on Twitch, you just need to be live and get lucky with raids and shoutouts and such. And of course, you need to make content on other platforms to reel those people in. But mostly, if you're on the platform itself, just being live is the main strategy. On YouTube, you first need to make content and get in the subs. Then you go live. And then those people get alerted you're going live. And because of how you have to plan in your streams, you will get an algorithm push right before it starts. And when you're live, it doesn't really work if you're doing like subathons or anything similar to that. Because that's not the meta, that's not how live streams on YouTube work right now. I think that can change if more people change. But there's like a different strategy. Like you make content to get in the... Oh, have fun at work, dreaming. Sorry, I'm looking at the current chat on the screen, on the widget, and then what I'm reading I'm scrolled high up. Yeah, it's just a very different strategy. So a lot of people, for example, if they like stream like 3, 4, 5 times a week, they're currently just trying out like making one of those streams on YouTube every week. Like maintaining most of their schedule, most of their content in exactly the same way, just one stream a week, platform change. Just to get people used to that, get people over on YouTube as well. And make, if you eventually do go the full jump, it's not gonna be as big. It's a long time. Yeah, 4,000 hours is a long time. They also adding now that if you get, they're adding short views as a separate requirement, not a combination, but like a separate requirement. If you get 10 million shorts views in the last 90 days and have 1,000 subscribers, you're also in. So it allows for a separate route, but you still, if you're a long form creator, you're not gonna be able to do that either. And making shorts doesn't count for the watch time. So I would love if they make like a combination, like if you have, like you can earn points towards becoming partnered and watch time in the last 12 months and short views in the last 90 days give you points, and if you reach like 100 or something, you can also get in. So like if you actually put in the effort, like I understand they don't want to put everyone in it willy-nilly, but like if you get 5 million short views in the last 90 days and 2,000 watch hours at the same time, I feel like you should still be able to get in the partner program, not like either one or the other. Let's see. I wish I had a program when you go to a BRB screen, then it chooses to run ads or show you a recommended list of streamers you like, because I know big streams that have to take several breaks. You can actually, I think that there are programs. I don't know which program does it, but I know there are programs where I think you can like hotkey it on your stream deck. Like like for example, if I hotkey my BRB screen to my stream deck, I can make a multi-action that every time I press that button, it not only changes the scene, it will also run an ad of the length I choose beforehand at the same time, or like right after. I can set it up. I actually should do that. Twitch ads has gone wild. Had 38-second one when I landed on the stream the other day with more ads queued and just closed the stream. Yeah, like you can be unlucky, get a pre-roll ad, and then be hit by mid-rolls right after. Because if mid-rolls are running where you're done with your pre-roll, you'll still get those ads. For example, bridges that have under 100,000 subs cannot block a region. Japan's copyright route doesn't exist, essentially, so you could never create an bridge even if you wanted to. Interesting. Well, that's a lot. Yeah, my Twitch is broken. Don't see it. My Twitch is so broken. I had Twitch ads last 6 minutes. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Essie. You know I chat a lot. No worries. For your information, I'm here listening, also working. That's okay. That's okay. I feel like if I wasn't affiliated or partnered, I'd stream both at the separate times, like you said, and build a following in both and see where your numbers lie. That's also like a thing, like Ninja is doing it. He is multi-streaming on several platforms at once. But I feel like if anyone can do that, it's because it's Ninja. He has already been on pretty much every platform you can stream on. He has audience everywhere. And people will watch because it's Ninja. The problem is that you want to condense your chatters and your community as much as possible. So like maybe 2 streams at once can work, because there are ways to combine the chats of Twitch and YouTube into one chatting widget. So if you have like always tens of thousands of people watching, okay, it could be possible. It's still not ideal. But if you can live from it, why not? But if you're a small streamer, having like 5 people on Twitch and 10 people on YouTube, I'd rather have 10 people on Twitch or 10 people on YouTube and get my full attention to them instead of having to divide it. Because I also will be talking to people that are not in the same chat as like half the audience. So that's weird. Modding is a mess sometimes. I thought it because my laptop and some problems are still there. My PC and mobile is just a whole different mess. Twitch is just broken. I feel like streamers just need to unionize. They won't. Like, streamers, like, at least the bigger ones that actually have something to say, they care a lot about themselves and maybe their friends, but not like as streamers as a whole. Because we're still each other's competition, and a lot of people don't like that. Or like, why would we give any advantage to the competition? Even though it will give advantage to me, it will also give advantage to them. Is that worth it? A lot of people don't think so. And a lot of people like the fact that, like, if you want to unionize, you still have to be like very conscious of the community. And a lot of people just want to do their own thing and not think about what anyone else is doing, which is fair. And streamers are too scattered and too different that I don't think like a union could really work. And because it's international, it also doesn't work. And because Twitch is an American how do you call it, company, it might cause issues if it's overseas. There are a lot of ifs and buts. I don't think unionizing streamers is gonna be something that's gonna be a thing. I don't hate myself enough to mod on mobile. It's really like, if you ever have to like delete something, you could. There's literally nothing else you can do on mobile. Streaming is a relatively new concept. I know it's been around for a while, but there are not any laws protecting and regulating other than Plato from the US. Yeah, it's tough. They should just really put streaming on the similar regulations or like sub-regulations of like TV and radio, because it's essentially the same thing. I don't know enough about it. Another thing with ads, when you quickly pause and unpause the stream to catch up on lag after watching an ad, half the time it plays the ad again. Sometimes 4 in a row. What? That just sounds like a weird bug. I'm a masochist, what can I say? It happens to me. I had that too, never pausing the stream again. I've never had that. I didn't know that was a thing. Honestly, if YouTube did basically took the chat and mod settings from Twitch onto itself, the whole platform would be overall better for streaming. I seriously hate the chat layout for YouTube. If you are on a PC, definitely install Truffle. Like, really, that's... And on mobile, I don't hate it as much. On mobile, it's kind of okay to a certain degree. What I don't like, though, is that every message will have a profile picture next to it. I don't like seeing my own face every time I send a message. Just let me be. I also don't understand why they put like moderator badges at the end of someone's name. Maybe it's because I'm used to Twitch, but I just like that if several moderators in a row send a message, all the moderator badges just line up at the start. Just makes it a lot easier to read. And same for sub badges or membership badges. Like, what the fuck? But I feel like, yeah, the mod system on YouTube sucks, but it does enough for now. Like, it's not like you can not mod the chat whatsoever. I would love to have like here, I don't even have it enabled because I reset up OBS. Here you can enable mod icons, so I can just delete, ban, and time out people just from clicking next to their name. It's weird, yeah, I should be start with the badges, not the end. but they have a picture in the front. So maybe that's why the badges are at the end. I also don't understand why the pictures are at the front. Because a lot of YouTube chatters just have a channel made to chat. So they have no picture to begin with. And a lot of people have their faces as well, which also can cause like issues. Because obviously they shouldn't put a picture on their YouTube channel they made just to chat, you know? Because that's causing an issue. And people can still watch it when they like go to their channel. But like it feels like clutter. It makes the whole chat experience more busy. And I feel like because a lot of people are very naive, they just set a picture of themselves. Especially younger kids. If there's like a reason that in like big VTuber service, you're not allowed to post pictures of yourself in any degree whatsoever. Oh, the doorbell's ringing. Be right back. I've got a box. And it's for me. I don't even remember what I ordered. It could be several things. There's also like a separate box on the floor here. It's like a big box. Wait. This is one expensive box. I got it in the mail because Margarita sent me some stuff. This box is so heavy. I had to pay 85 euros for customs. Which is bullshit. They even counted the postage costs. I think the box is leaking. No, it's not leaking. I don't know what happened to it. They opened the box on customs and then just resealed it. I don't know what happened to it. It's not wet. It's not damaged. I don't know what happened to it. But I want to open that when Margarita is actually around. But I can't open this one. Me really? Was it labeled as a gift? Yeah, it was labeled as a gift. But they changed some rules regarding customs. So before, you didn't have to pay customs at all if it was underneath 20 euros worth. 22, I feel. And above that, you didn't need to pay customs. But it was like super expensive. So every time I ordered sometimes I ordered stuff from Australia. I ordered it in several orders. Just so it was cheaper. Literally, paying postage twice from Australia was cheaper than paying the customs. But yeah, that's just, it sucks. But I want to make a video out of the unboxing, so at least I can mark it off as a business expense. But I've got this box and I can go open it, but I need to make sure that I'm not doxing myself. I removed the label from that, but I can't remove the label of this. So I just need to be very, very careful with this. It's not very readable anyway, so it's fine. Fuck me. Come on. I also forgot my tea. My tea is like literally cold now. Oh, it's the waifu cups. They finally arrived. It's a trash taste waifu. It's cool. Emily. And I got one on top. Like I had to pay a ridiculous amount of shipping anyway. And it came with free samples. So every cup came with free samples, and you can just add free samples to your order anyway. So I just did that. So I got a lot of Gamer Fuel. Gamer Supps. Because what do we have? I can't even... This is just... Energy? Got this... Okay, got 3 times energy. Oh wait, this is a different one. Oh, this is Mango Meta? And this is... I I misread this. It's pineapple cocktail, but some reason I didn't read the tail part, so I just read pineapple cock. Please, Jesus Christ. And what the fuck? Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. It literally Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. I dropped it. And another one of those. Oh, there's recipes on this. So if you combine scoops of different flavors, you can create more flavors. That's actually quite fun. Be very careful cleaning those. The white parts scratch so easily even when hand washing. I plan to just put these on my shelf, honestly. Because I have two GFuel cups that I can just use anyway. And then I can keep these as props in my background. I like the fact that there are more... there are 100 servings in this one. And my GFuel tub, which is like twice the width, and I think the same height. I think it's like 4 times as big. And it has only 40 servings. Apparently it's their version of Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Wait, what? The cocktail party? Interesting. Okay, wait. I have another one. Oh, they put it in these envelopes. Oh, so maybe I need to close my big scary knife. My big scary knife. The guacamole, whatever one. Okay. I find it a very weird name. Okay, 2 more. Guacamole Gamer Fart. It's so weird. 2 more pineapple cocktails and another mango meta. Okay. And this is 2 servings. That's good to know. So once, because they say that you have to just shove the contents in 500 milliliter water. So if the entire packet is for 500 milliliter, then 1 serving is 250. Is that the same as here? 100 servings. Yeah, 1 scoop, 250 milliliters. I like the size of this tub so much more. I expected it to be similar to the GFuel tub, but like taller. But it's like actually small. Wait, I'm gonna get my GFuel tub and just compare. Hello. So this is GFuel, and this is Gamer Supps. Like it's not even as tall. I just saw that it was gonna be a tub like this, but just taller. But it's like smaller. There are over 2 times as many servings in this one as in this one. How? What? I don't understand. And to compare the cups, this is a GFuel cup. It's a little bit chipped. I won this, by the way. I won this in a giveaway. And this was like a limited edition pack. So this is a matching cup. And yeah, I've been just having this for the past few months. It's so big. I don't even use full scoops anymore because it's too much caffeine for me. So I'm using like half scoops. And it's still like very strong in flavor. Like I actually, even for a half scoop, I want to use more water than is in here. Betcher is a shitpost creator known for his many compilations. He's funny and owns a mocap suit to make his animation. Is that what this is based on? Honestly, I just won a giveaway and I picked because you could just pick 2 products they had on, like, images they had on sale. So I picked the box, which had a shaker and 1 tub in it, and I picked another shaker. Oh, the Gamer Supps flavor is this custom flavor. Ah, that makes sense. The scoop is tiny, it's very small amount to use, it's lead gritty too. Ooh, that's nice. How much caffeine is in there? Let's compare. But also, I'm like very sensitive to that stuff. Like, at some point in my life, I stopped drinking Coke. Because even that was too much for me. Let's see. Can I actually see it? It doesn't seem to be on here. I don't know. Can't see it. Is it on here? Oh, here's caffeine. So the caffeine is part of the 159,000 micrograms of the nootropic blend, but it also has like theanine, tyrosine, choline, L-beta-tartrate, in more extracts and weird names. Even extracts from like several fruits, like acai berries, mangosteen, goji, and ginseng. So you can't really tell how much for each. But I have to like compare like how I feel. Is it a European thing? I don't drink sodas as well. I just think it's yeah, me feel when I was emo, Monster was like my fizzy drink of choice. So every time I had like a free hour at school, we just went to the supermarket and I got a can of Monster. And I kept all the cans, so eventually I realized I'm drinking a shit ton of Monster. I mean, it's not like a small can is like 500 milliliters when I was emo. Yeah, literally, it was like, I was emo and Monster was cool and edgy. So we drank Monster instead of this cheap stuff. I don't like the taste of Monster. I only like specific ones. Like the sugar-free one, I already hated. The regular green one was okay. I think I had like... Which one did I have? It is the emo drink for sure, yeah. So for a long time, I had a lot of caffeine. And on top of already existing insomnia, didn't really work out. But I also like started developing like really bad anxiety. So caffeine, lack of sleep, and anxiety, they only make each other worse. So that was not great. So I just quit caffeine completely. Because it always made me jittery. And then I realized like, hey, I am neurodivergent. I need some kind of boost to get my brain working. And I can't get it from myself. Like usually you can like use dopamine and such, like from fun things and things you like doing. Like dopamine can get you into things as well. I just didn't have that. So I relied on caffeine, which is not great. So for a while I just drank a cup of coffee in the morning. But coffee like really makes my stomach hurt. And then I won GFuel. I wanted to try it, but I wasn't sure if I would like it. And especially if the shipping from the US is expensive, especially for like a tub. And I didn't want to like buy a whole bunch. unsure if I would like it. But now I still haven't finished this, by the way. And now I have this as well, and all the packets. So if I run out of those, I will likely just order more and just order a whole bunch in one go. From either GFuel or Gamer Supps. I don't know. Whoever has the best coupon codes at the time. Because I do really like having like a caffeine boost. Without everything else is like in an energy drink. The white one is great. I never had the white one. I think that came out after I stopped drinking it. Or at least it wasn't in the supermarkets here. Never been into energy drinks. Probably tasted too. I don't need more uncontrollable energy. I mean, in your case, one could literally kill you. I usually don't like sugar-free stuff. Makes sense. Kind of sugar, so I quit. I officially, I am intolerant towards cacao, milk, few types of nuts, something that's in licorice, sugar, gluten. But like I'm intolerant in a way that if I eat it, I feel sick at most. But if I like the thing or the convenience is enough, I just eat it anyway. But there are certain combinations that will just fuck me up. Like I can't have whipped cream for more than like 1 or 2 bites because that will really fuck me up. I think it might be the combination of 2 things. And licorice and certain types of nuts just make my tongue swell. And not swell as in it's gonna swell so big as I'm literally gonna choke on it. But it's gonna swell big enough that it doesn't really comfortable fit between my teeth anymore. And I just unconsciously bite on the sides. So that just starts hurting. I hate it. Nothing more emo than anxiety, insomnia, and bags under your eyes. I mean, true. I have no choice but do sugar-free Bar Blast. I've never had a Bar Blast. Guy I used to work with was drinking about 8 cans of Monster a day. It was a medical tech company, so we monitored his heart rate, and it was insane. His doctor recommended he didn't go cold turkey because of the damage it might do. Jesus. Lol, we got a guy who did that and he started pissing chunks of kidney. What the fuck? How are these people alive? You drink energy drinks like water? Pfft. I have diabetes. I want to have my feet, so no sugar. Yeah, that makes sense. Like my childhood friends also had diabetes. Like literally we were so young. It was like elementary school. And she was already having issues because she just didn't give a fuck about her diet. And that she was so young and she was only diagnosed for like a few years at that point. Wasn't even Ivan. He made Ivan look like a rookie. His hand was constantly shaking. There's a mild nut allergy. Yeah. Are you planning on ending soon? Because I need to shower and I want to miss the rest of the stream. I think I will be on for like another hour maybe? I'm not sure. I think another hour because I want to react to anime trailers. So, okay. Stupid story about that. I had extra time, but I wasn't back into streaming yet. And usually I record these on stream. That I go and go take a shower. Usually I record my anime new season reaction thing on stream. But now I was like, I'm not streaming. I don't know when I will be streaming. And I kind of want to have it edited so I can post it on the 1st. I recorded it. But because of several things being updated since I took a break and some weird settings, I recorded 2 hours of me reacting to anime trailers. It was a solid recording. It was absolutely solid. And I was proud of that for the fact that I hadn't really recorded much anyway. I wasn't really on stream for like weeks. So the fact that it was a solid recording, I was proud of that. Then I went to edit it. And about 30% of the time, my voice started to sound like really robot-y. And at first I thought it was just a playback of Premiere, because sometimes Premiere does that. There are like some connection issues between between it running and my headphones, and if I choose a different kind of listening device, it just fixes itself. So I changed that, tried to fix it. Wasn't a problem. It was literally in the recording. I was like, fuck. And I was like, okay, how often does it happen? Is there a chance that I can just cut around it? Nope. So I had an entire 2-hour recording. That was a pretty solid recording. It's just the sound got corrupted in some way, or just something happened. I don't know. The only way I could fix it was updating my fucking BIOS. I thought it was my GoXLR fucking with OBS, because it only happened when I had OBS like open, because I think the glitching on the microphone sounds coincided with because during the recording the sound of things I heard would cut out like periodically, like for a second or so, or less than. But because it was still recording the sound, even though I was not hearing it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna deal with it. But instead of it cutting out the sound from my desktop, it just corrupted the sound of my mic at the same timestamps. Yeah, I have a similar story. My old boss would drink 3 huge cans of Red Bull per day, and he dropped to the ground one day. Turns out he nearly had a heart attack. He was only 22 at the time. What the fuck? Jesus. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Sudin Mommy. That's today's equivalent of videotaping something and realizing you had left the cap on the whole time. Yeah. Like, I did check everything, but I was like, because I had that similar issue with sound cutting out when I was working in Photoshop for a while. So it was when I was like making thumbnails and such, and I had music on. Sometimes the music would just cut out. And I was just like, okay, maybe it's just something in the program that's just reacting to something in OBS. I don't know. And I was like, okay, as long as it's recording, I can deal with the sound cutting out. It's a shame, but I can deal with it. But probably because it was definitely the GoXLR, because it only cut out the sound I was hearing, not the sound on the track. But because my mic goes through the GoXLR into the PC, it had to go through that same error every time. Like, ugh. Yeah, those energy drinks are lethal on heart. All these ads are so quiet and couldn't tell you what they're saying. Wow. So I was really annoyed with that. So I'm not gonna redo that entire recording. I just picked out the best trailers of the things that look the most interesting. I'm just gonna watch that together, and I'm gonna have my opinions on that. And that's gonna be that's gonna be the thing I'm gonna edit. I don't know. And it's a lot easier to edit because it's gonna be just trailers and not much else. And because I have the trailers ready, I don't have to cut a lot, so the entire recording is not gonna be as long. It won't take 2 hours. I think more like 45 minutes. I was so annoyed. Because I had time to like do at least like 1 or 2 passes on it. I could have been half done editing it by now. So instead, I spent yesterday working on some other stuff for content. Oh yeah, by the way, since my absence, I uploaded 2 videos to YouTube. Can I pull them up? So I uploaded. Fuck me. I uploaded 2 videos. So I uploaded this one. I uploaded this one. No, wait. Why is it playing? Literally, why is it playing? Okay, fuck you then. So I uploaded this video with like a few tips on making better thumbnails. Because like, honest to God, I get more DMs nowadays from like, besides my usual social groups. People asking about thumbnails or how I got my job, tips I have, can I give some feedback? what makes a good thumbnail. I was honestly just getting a little bit sick of it. It's a bit similar as that, like, if Mudan is streaming and people come in and hi Lexi, welcome in. Thank you for the 9 months. Really appreciate it. I could just, it's similar to if Mudan is streaming and he's doing something completely unrelated and someone, first time chatter or something, just comes in and just starts talking about trash toys. Like, I'm starting feeling similar now. It's not to a point I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's more like, I'm doing something else. I'm also a person. There are like a million other things you could ask about, but that's literally, okay. So I decided to make a video on it. I'm going to do a live stream on YouTube, answering questions about thumbnails. So if you have like questions or thumbnails you want me to take a look at, you can post them in the Discord. Literally, bots, are you working? I think my bots are just dead. Fucking hell. Okay, wait. Why is my chat resetting every time I go back to this screen? That's really annoying. I didn't hear the sound alert either. That should be on it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Why is that happening? Okay. Switch alerts is on the 6. Let's see this. Properties. No. Wait. Properties. Okay. Advanced audio. I can hear them. They. I'm very convinced that they should work, but they are not working. That's definitely interesting. I don't see why they're not working. They should be working. Okay, I'm gonna fix that next time. I'm just... Okay. I checked everything. and I don't understand why it's not working. But, okay, here's the Discord link. Have fun with it. Anyway, so I made that video. You can leave questions and thumbnails you want feedback on in the Discord. I will just do that on a YouTube stream. And I made this video. It's a YouTube short. With VTuber lore. And as you can see here, it has 10k views. Almost 11k. So I've been working on more of these. Because they're really fun to make. And apparently there's audience for them. And then I tried my first... here's the link, by the way. Have you thought about doing a thumbnail video review where you go through our submissions, say what works and what doesn't and why? That's exactly what I'm planning to do. I'm going through submissions and then I give feedback on them. On stream. Hey, what the fuck? No, fuck off. Fuck off, Falseye. Literally, I said it in the stream. I said it in the video. And there is a channel open in my Discord. And I first want to do it in a separate stream. Wait. Oh no, 3 views? What do you mean? So much manual work? What? I don't understand what you mean, Lexi. I want to do it on a live stream and I might edit that down into a video. But I will leave the live stream over for the autoplay video. Oh no, it's not that. I watch False ID, but I'm like, he shouldn't be playing on my stream, you know? That's just... Yeah, that's what I made. And I got quite some subs from it as well. Even though some people unsub, but that's fine. So I'm like, okay, if I can make shorts that get a few thousand views every time, that's actually worth a lot to spend time on, especially as they are going to change it, that shorts are now also going to be monetized. Like before, I didn't want to put too much time into shorts because neither did they count towards partnership. They also wouldn't be monetized as soon as I hit partner. But now you can hit partner with shorts, and if you hit partner, they're monetized. So it feels like, even though I'm not monetized yet, it feels less bad to make shorts. It's a nice cut. Yeah, it's a brand here that is called Blond Amsterdam. And just all of these hand-drawn stuff. And I think the cups are colored by hand as well. They're pretty expensive. Like, I think this cup can be like 20 to 30 euros. So new take. I love the new Wiglet Pokemon. It looks so weird. They look expensive. Yeah, they are expensive, but they last. Like, I have other mugs that are cheaper, but they chip and the coloring starts to fade. But like, I have these and they're like super... Yeah, they're like super bright and they don't really lose their color. Oh, can you see it? It's also like drawing on the inside. Someone edited into a shuckle. I've seen so many edits, it's funny. My tea is cold and I hate it. Also left the bag in too long. Mudan has ordered the Iron Mouse cosplay. He has actually ordered it. Oh, you can't see. Wait, hello? Can I just get my cam out of the way? He actually ordered this. There's barely any clothing to go around here. I don't know what he thought. He was he is going for the cool outfit though. For himself, yeah, it was one of was a sub goal, like 50 subs. And he would do that. He can now do a squad stream with Evan who will cosplay as Fifi. Oh my god, yes! Whiskash is one of my faves, so I'd love to see a variant of it, but it gets no love. Oh. So that's funny. Let me open the trailers so we can go watch them in a bit. Also, Fansly was like dissing Twitch big time. Let me move this over here. Fansly, Giga Chat, 80/20 ref split, discovery via view page, DMCA protection, streaming quality same as Twitch. You can be naked if you want. Twitch, Sag, 50/50 ref split. A lot of people forget that Fancy is not just for adult content. It's literally like a Patreon streaming site. Like most of your you can have free content and you have content for supporters only. It's just that they have TOS that you also can be naked. And they actually like push for that because you have to protect sex work. It's incredible. We'll stream us if you would be okay with it if you could stream Yuri light novels that are 18+. never ever was there. I've never been on Fansly either. And I also know that Fansly is like the more inclusive and protective counterpart of, or like answer to OnlyFans. So that's definitely something. Fucking love that. I saw that earlier today and I was just like, fuck yeah. Seems that way. Yeah, like I don't know the exact ins and outs, but they're like very protective of minorities and just protecting his users more. Well, on OnlyFans it was more one for all. Fans got on DG and Stain, like OnlyFans and Patreon, but that ref split. Because there's so many LudTubers that could do it. A lot of VTubers are on there. Like, later they just commission NSFW art and put it on there. They pay money for good art. They put it on there and they get paid for people that want to see that art. Or they post art on their Twitter and they say that the 18+ version is on Fansly. I respect the hustle. I mean, you know why Lily could do whatever she wants with the pair there? Shy Lily? Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's not breaking any laws. Which is a great policy, to be fair. And a lot of lewd VTubers, or at least like 18+ VTubers, them being on there, like that's like a really smart move. It's like, it's Giga Brain. Like, I would never feel comfortable to do any of that, but that might also be because I'm very, like, I'm asexual. It's like, even though I'm a big simp for a lot of people, and like, I make it obvious, and I'm also very bisexual, there's like a very big disconnect between actual sex stuff and like trying to arouse, like have that be arisen in people and that watch me and such. I hate that. Like, I enjoy those really hot male VTubers that just say, hi baby, you know? I can swoon for that the entire night. Have someone come on my stream and tell me I'm sexy? That person is gonna be permabanned. I'm not even going to give them the reaction. And I'm gonna feel dirty the rest of the day. I can't do that. Like, say. Like, I don't follow them to be horny, but some streamers do have really good curves. Yeah, true. And like, is this really gonna be the segue into me announcing some plans I have? God damn it. So I've got an entire list of things I wanted to talk about. I've talked about none of them. Oh, I got stuck halfway the second point. God damn it. Okay, something I wanted to do at the start of the stream is, okay, wait. I'm gonna have to Google this then. The sub badges. Let's just start at the beginning and just roll into everything, and then it will make sense. Okay. I was gonna show you my new sub badges. So, okay, wait. Hamburger partner affiliate. Okay. Partner affiliate. Emote subscriber badges. Okay, yes. Finally got it. Okay, so I've got sub badges. Can I zoom in? That's what I was going to show off like an hour ago. I've got new sub badges. They're really simple. They're from Etsy. This is gonna be real quick. I just want to show, and they're just pretty. Okay, so the base is just yellow sparkle, And we have like an orange pinkish sparkle, purple, blue, green. They have like a little gradient, so they look nice. And then 1 year is rainbow, and then 1.5 years, which is the 1 years are coming up. At the end of next month, I will have my 1 year anniversary for being an affiliate. Like literally the end of next month. So 1 year is coming up. And then we have 1.5 years. It's just like they call it unicorn sparkle. I like that. Yeah, the redeems are not working. I'm very sorry. So these are my new sub badges. And let's see, full cam. So I've got new scenes. This is my starting soon screen. It's just Yuji in the train. It's like in the opening of the Jujutsu Kaisen, so it's fitting that it's in the opening screen. Looks familiar. Shut the fuck up, Lexi. This is my VR back screen and just pandas. This is how I originally found this, by the way. I was looking for pre-made screens, and I saw these pandas, and then I realized from Jujutsu Kaisen, so it was even better. And the ending is also from the, I think it's literally the same pack, Lexi. Okay. These are from Etsy. I had my eye on these long before I saw that Garnt uses these as well. Then I got demotivated to actually get them because I was like, he uses them too. Then I was like, they're literally from Etsy. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I think they're cute. And I had my eye on them for longer than he uses them. So like, fuck him. Gigok, if you're watching this, it's not personal. Sometimes I know when to show them. Yeah, good for you, Mifo. So that's okay. So I actually literally have a list here. This pen is not working. Fuck's sake. Where's my actual good pen? This is currently my good pen. It's the fucking Twitch pen. It writes so nicely, and I hate that it does. Okay, so what else? Okay, so we talked about the Twitch drama, and we kind of tackled on, but no, we didn't really tackle on a potential VTuber exodus. So like what's happening right now is that a lot of VTubers behind the scenes are gonna make a preparations to make a mass move to YouTube, or at least for partial, in an attempt to bring more of the VTuber community towards YouTube. Because right now they're like, we all know that the majority of the top streamers on YouTube are VTubers, because Hololive and Niji Sanji. And then we had like Vshoujo and the indies all on Twitch. But a lot of indies are wanting to go to YouTube. And I know Mary has said that he heard from like behind the scenes from a whole bunch of people. And then he also asked on Twitter. And there were some quite interesting names among them. And then Shy Lily is now streaming on YouTube as well, even though she said, I had this planned. But like, she is doing multiple streams on YouTube now. She also got fast-tracked in the Truffle extension. So that's interesting. And Iron Mouse has said that she wants to go and try it out. So there are a lot of signs of like the first exodus from Twitch, or at least a partial exodus, is gonna be from the VTubers, which is a great idea actually, because which is also gonna be beneficial to non-VTuber streamers, because there's already a community out on YouTube, and not just a community but also like an ecosystem for swap the inside of the pen to another and there is no more Twitch pen. It also lies really nicely in my hand. Lily's name is still banned on the extension page. Is it banned? She was like on the homepage yesterday. Hey Patago, welcome in. She was literally on the homepage yesterday. Wait. Yeah, look, she's here. It's not the homepage, it's on the Welcome Shy Lily. And she's here. Banner, oh. I thought she said banned. Yeah, like, so I think that's like a good first start. Like there's a community, there's an ecosystem. So for Twitch VTubers to go to YouTube, at least partially, is not a bad move. There's already an audience out there. And the original audience, we all know, are a bunch of simps. They will go wherever they go. Literally on the first Shy Lily stream. What the fuck? Fuck my fucking watch. I just jumped in for a little bit just to see what the vibe was and if it was like anything different than on Twitch, because I see a lot of Twitch VTubers have like a different vibe going on for their and also different scenes for their YouTube streams. But for Shy Lily, it was the same, but she also got like insane super chats, like insane. And all that hinges if YouTube doesn't start treating streamers like shit after the mass exodus, because right now they don't have a streamer base that's big, but they entice everyone and get them in contract and start changing rules, it will be shit. Right now there are very few people that actually have like a streaming contract. It's just the big streamers that got an exclusivity contract. But like regular partners, just like on Twitch, won't have weird contracts to stream on Twitch for X amount of hours. Most partners on Twitch don't have separate contracts aside from their partner contract. There are partners that are signed to stream X amount of hours every month because they get more pay or just different things. And more support from Twitch inside. Right now, it isn't really the case for YouTube. As long as YouTube keeps streaming in mind, it will be nice. They're really trying. And especially Ludwig, he is so vocal. He even has had Susan Wojcicki on, like, not really on his podcast, but like he invited her for an interview. And he was so brutally honest with her and asked so many things. And they're really trying. Like, you can clearly tell, like, hey, we are not experienced with live streaming as much as Twitch is, which is understandable and reasonable. But we are trying. And what we want to do is when we bring something out, to not make the same mistakes as Twitch does. So the first time when YouTube launched their variation of rates, it was locked to YouTube partners only. And when it was released for everyone else, you had to manually approve everyone you were allowing to rate you. So someone could not rate you unless you manually approved them, or if you had your the list of people you are subscribed to public. Like, most people shield that because I don't want you to see everyone I'm subscribed to. If you have the public, you could also say everyone I am subscribed to can rate me. But now, and everyone's like, why on Twitch everyone can just rate you? But then look at what happens on Twitch. Hate rates, bot rates. It was a mess. So by ensuring, first of all, that it worked and testing out what the benefit would be within the community, then they rolled out a toggle that says allow everyone. It took some months. They did it, and they made sure not to make the same mistakes Twitch made. And I feel like they're doing that with everything. Like right now, they also allowed gifted subs. They created gifted subs. It's a bit messy because it will the gifted tier sub, because you can set your membership tiers. You can have like as many tiers as you want, up to a certain cap, and you can set the cost of each one. With the first one being as little as like 99 cents. The gifted sub tier will always cost $5 and will just default to the tier that's close to $5. If you don't have any that are $5 or close to, you can't get gifted subs. So it's always good to have at least one $5 tier. But you can't just get a gifted sub, you need to allow them. I feel like there's something behind that. I don't understand why getting a gifted sub without giving consent for one is a problem, but there might be ones that I'm overlooking right now, and that might just allow it, change it that you can just allow it. I don't know. And he's working now on the DMCA free library in YouTube. Yeah, that's what he was doing as well. Little bit of context. Ludwig made a video at some point where he said that YouTube is not luck. You need to be smart about what you do. So he started a fresh channel, not under his name. And he posted a video on there that he scripted himself, but he paid someone to narrate, so it wasn't his voice either. And then he used several strategies to get that video like 1 million views. He recycled that channel that a lot of people soaped to after he made public what that was his doing. He's now recycling that channel to upload a lot of copyright-free music. So a part of it is like original music, but also a part of it is he paid an orchestra to record a lot of classical music, even though like the how do you call it, like classical music on its own is public domain. The recordings are not, so you can't just use every recording of classical music, because the recording can still be copyrighted. So he paid an orchestra, like a professional orchestra, to re-record all those songs, so the recordings can also be DMCA free. But it was a bit of a cheap shot, though. I remember Eva commenting on it too. It is a cheap shot, and with the message he gave, like, hey, you can get a lot of views if you do it right, is true to some degree. But I lost my train of thought. I hate ADHD. Fuck me. Let me... I hope I remember. I don't remember. Although this won't stop people from filing false claims. That will always happen. You can get a lot of views if you just pay streamers enough money to actually pay attention to you. Oh, that was what I'm talking about. Like, he made a smart move to get a lot of views. But that only worked because he tailored that video to promote it that way and to get views in that, like, through that. I don't know what the English word is. TLDR on the video. He made a video on Misgift and how his door made him a millionaire. And the video was just a short analysis video on how the fact that Misgifts have an open door policy. You can just see his door in the background, just like for me, where people can just walk in any moment on stream. That helped him grow. It was just a really fun, good analysis video. And then Ludwig paid on donation high enough for it to be TTS'd with a link to the video. So Misgift would watch it on stream. And because he knows that Misgift always shares the links to those videos in the chat after he watches stuff, a lot of people went to that video. So that video got a lot of views. which is smart, but it won't work for every video. It only worked because it was tailored at misgif. And Ludwig knew that misgif would pay attention to it and shout it out and watch it on stream. And that misgif's fans are dedicated enough and in a large enough number to actually go to that video after. So like, it won't work for every type of video. And it also like you could get away with it because you're literally friends with misgif. But if everyone is going to start doing this to misgif, it's gonna be obnoxious. And it's gonna create bad trends. But what he should have emphasis on is like, if you make a video, before you make it and post it, figure out for who it is and how you want to get it to those people. Because that was like the point of it. Like, he made this video about this. He knew he was going to market it this way for these people. That's exactly what he did. There are different strategies for that. There are different ways to get to that selling point. It won't be always as effective as just literally harassing a streamer until he watches your video. But it's like, you have to like think more about like just making the video and just posting it. That is the message behind it, which he didn't really emphasize on. Also, his next video will probably just tank without the same promotion. Yeah, I think the channel only got like 100k subs. And mostly because he revealed what channel it was he made on his YouTube channel. And that video, how many views did that video get? Ludwig. I think it's one of his top viewed videos. So the popularity. Yeah. Look. 4.5 million views. So even though he talked about that channel in this video, only a small percentage of people went to that channel to actually subscribe. I was among them, and I was like, I feel like he's gonna do something else with this channel. Either make another video from online lore or just something else. I was correct. So he started uploading the music, I think like an hour before the video was posted. Let's see, date edit, no, not all this. News. Yeah, 2 days ago, almost has 1 million views already. So they posted this video explaining what it was, but already started uploading the music. So that was great. But can you imagine, like 4.5 million people went to that, watched that video about that channel, and that channel only had like 100k subs. If he didn't go public about what channel it was, he wouldn't. That channel would have like failed. Simply as that. But the idea behind it was good. Why is my activity feed broken? my activity feed is just a black screen. Interesting. So, okay, so we talked about the VTuber Exodus. Oh yeah, something else funny that happened. No, that's the wrong button. Fuck me. Sorry. Channels. I have a VODs channel. And my VODs channel started doing better than my main channel for some reason at some point. Like you can see here at the top, it's not really, it's behind the chat. Wait. Here at the top, you can see my weird little browser extension called vidIQ, and it tracks my. It's very small. I'm sorry. Can I zoom in? Does that work on this? It works on this. Okay, it's a little bit bigger now. So it shows me different things. I've got 231 watch hours in the last 12 months, 14 views in the last 60 minutes, 312 views in the last 48 hours, etc. And mostly it's just this number that's most important because I need to get 4,000 of those to get monetized. So you can see it's 231. It has been a bit stuck on this because some videos of mine are turning a year old. Since I returned from my hiatus, haven't really posted a lot in the last year, which is a really shame. So a lot of watch time is expiring. So it's 231, the peak was like 243 or something. If I go to my VODs channel, it doesn't show. Okay, now it shows. It has 179. This VODs channel, I didn't really take care of it. I didn't really post on it. It's just literally my VODs. It's almost the same amount of watch time. It's like, bruh. But that's because, for some reason, like, this was my most watched VOD for a while. And then my last stream started getting views. I just uploaded that. Watching anime trailers from last season got a lot of views. And for some reason, a lot of fucking people watched my VOD where I talked about how I broke my fucking chair. Like, what the fuck? Time to make 100 accounts and have them all click watch all. I mean, even if I did that, like, I sometimes do just to, like, boost a certain video. I just have that video on loop to have that, get that video more watch time. It's so minimal. Like, 4,000 watch hours. I'd have to run several accounts at the time. With video speed at 0.25. Yeah, okay. So that's how to maximize watch time on one specific video. But 1 minute is still 1 minute. What's your main channel? My main channel is 231. My VODs channel is 179. Yeah, so if you have a video that's like 10 minutes long, you'll watch it at 0.25%. In its entirety, you'll have 40 minutes of watch time on a 10-minute video with just one watch. However, you still can't do more than 24 watch hours every day unless you're running several channels at once. So several accounts at once. So even if I did that every day, all day, where's my phone? My phone is here. So if I did that every day for a whole year, okay, then I had 8,000 watch hours. But I feel like at some point YouTube will detect it and just say that watch time doesn't count. So if you actually do that every day for a full 12 months, you have 8,760 watch hours. Can you see it? Yeah. So that's just not great, you know? But obviously you can't run your computer all the time every day. But that made me realize, like, hey, if I just, instead of just uploading my VODs, instead make my streams into segments as much as possible so I can upload the VODs into parts to the VODs channel instead of just the raw entire stream. So for example, I can cut out me getting the waifu cups putting together the rest of it, and then watching the anime trailers, then I have 3 separate videos for the VODs channel. And if I stream 2 to 3 times a week, I can get like between 3 and 9 videos on the VODs channel every week. That way, this channel will likely get monetized before my main channel, unless something weird happens, because it consistently gets views. Even if it's not a lot, because the VODs are long and VODs go to a different audience, the people that do watch for longer. The average watch time in minutes is longer on my VODs than on my main channel. It's like 6 minutes. 6 minutes on my latest VOD, and it says that it's down compared to my average. What's my average? I'm assuming people watching streams counts to watch hours. It used to. It doesn't anymore. Oh, yeah. This is from from the last 28 days. So this is where I just uploaded my last VOD. 83 watch hours. So almost half of what I have in total was from the last 28 days. I'm sorry I might have broken your average. No, thank you. That's really appreciated. I've got like 600 views. This is more than on my channel. But what's my audience? Content. 60k. Average view duration is 7 minutes. So even if you dreaming would have all my VODs like on like a playlist and just have it playing in the background, what the amount of views I have, that would still not bring that average to too high unless everyone was like watching consistently for like a minute or 10. Like 7 minutes, it's higher than on my main channel. It's like almost twice as high, which on my main channel it sucks. But like the fact that it's so high and getting hundreds of views, that's a lot of watch time. And I just get that from just yeeting the VODs onto the channel, which is absolutely great. And I first started my VODs channel as a way to just archive my streams, because it felt shit to just let the VODs expire, for them to just die, you know? So that's why I also have like a playlist on my VODs channel. Where is it? Hello? Yeah. Like I've got a playlist here. I need to put it on featured again. But like this is just all my VODs in order. In reverse chronological order. Like the newest thing is always on top. Hello? Load? And everything is on here. So even though like about half of these are not public, all my streams are in this playlist. By the way, if people want to do that, the thing that they have my videos going on in the background, with my VODs channel, watch the uploads, not this playlist, because watch time for unlisted videos doesn't count. But like all my streams are here, even like a really old one. I think this is my first stream, I believe. No, this is not my first. I thought this was my first stream. Like I was gonna have my 1 year anniversary. When was it? August? Like I left the day before my 1 year anniversary, which I thought to be my 1 year anniversary. Actually, I streamed a couple months before that. I streamed Humankind, whatever, somewhere in June. I don't have that VOD anymore, I believe. I don't think I recorded it. I didn't save it. So there's only one VOD lost amongst everything. So my 1 year anniversary wasn't actually my 1 year anniversary. I already missed it. So I'm just gonna keep my affiliate's anniversary as the true anniversary, which is October 31st. For which I want to do like a special stream. Also, for October, where is it? I got a heart rate monitor. So for Spooktober, for what do you call it? For horror games, I will now have a heart rate monitor. I got the cheapest one that was supported on the Pulsoid app, like how people show their heart rate on stream. Just I thought it would be nice, you know. Then you will also see how high my actual resting heart rate is. What is it currently? Just from sitting here, my heart rate is 101. My base heart rate is like super high. But yeah, that's like definitely one thing. So that's for next month. Like literally, I just wrote everything down. And also Overwatch. Overwatch 1 will be retiring on October 2nd. So we'll be playing Overwatch on October 2nd. Just to give it one last for a while. I literally played that game since beta. I haven't like kept up with all seasons. I literally started playing that game in the beta. So I kind of want to give it a one last hurrah. And then Overwatch 2 is coming out on October 4th. And I want to go full addiction mode on that. I've been wanting to go full addiction mode on a game for a while. And for the last while, a lot of these games were all narrative games and not really games you can play together or you can just play match-based. And I really like match-based games. And maybe that's why I do love narrative. I do love story. But if it's just that, I can get lost really quickly. Which is probably also why I never finished Elden Ring. Because I just got lost in like the progression. It was just so tedious. I can probably if like I wanted to play it as pure as possible, but I will likely just pull up a few guides and just follow that. Just to keep my ADHD in check and so I can actually finish that game. Like, first I wanted to just try it and, like, show all my deaths and whatnot. Now I'm just like, I just want to play the game. I can just always restart and just play it entirely from memory. I just want to finish the game once, at least. Somewhere this year, maybe. So I'm just gonna look up some guides. Just to get through the game a bit quicker. But yeah, Overwatch 2 is gonna be a new game. It's still Overwatch, but because it's seen as a new game, it's sold. It's not sold even. It's gonna be free to play. But it's gonna be treated as a new game, even though it's basically like a revamped version of the first game. I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of attention will be on it. A lot of new players will be in there, and a lot of how do you describe it? I can just jump in on the hype with new people and people that are also starting from scratch, you know? Which is, like, I really love League of Legends. And we will be playing League of Legends on stream sometime. I have not played League of Legends on stream because I didn't want to annoy my audience. But also, I'm the streamer. And I figured out there's an audience for everything. So if I'm going to play League of Legends and absolutely be shit at it, I know there are people that are gonna watch that. So, I don't care. So that's something we're gonna do. And we'll actually go addict mode on Overwatch 2. And the beauty of Overwatch 2, as this is not a narrative game, I can just play off stream as well. And then on stream. And I want to collab with people. I know a few people that also want to go play Overwatch 2. And there are no regions. You can just team up with everyone, I feel. So that's gonna be bog. Yeah, for my 1 year affiliate anniversary, I want to like do a special celebration. IP down, though I never played it. Overwatch is amazing, and there's a fresh new user experience. So if you wait with making, I don't know if you have an Overwatch account, but if you wait with making it until after it drops, you will have a new user experience. And from what I heard, they are really going to ease you into the game and explaining things to you and how all champions and so work. Heroes and not champions. But for my 1-year affiliate anniversary, I kind of want to like do a celebration of sorts because I wanted to do that on August 26th. But I just left literally the day before, which wasn't great. I'm very sorry about that. And as it's spooky season, we can tailor it into that. I don't know exactly. Maybe going to do like a long stream with like sub goals and such. I don't know exactly. I'm not gonna do a subathon because I know that's just not gonna end well. And especially like last time, if I want to do another subathon, I want to do it low pressure and be more prepped. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't think subathons are for me. I think a long stream with like goals is funner. So like a set amount of time I will be live with like goals for during the stream, but also like general sub goals even after the stream if the sub goals are reached. Oh, it's literally at the end of the month, so that doesn't really count. Oh well. I don't know. I want to do something. I have not decided on what exactly yet. And maybe that type of stream will be done at a later point, at the start of the month. I don't know. I don't want to pinpoint on anything specific yet, because I feel like if I can't hold to that later in the planning, or I want to do something else, I'm gonna disappoint people. So that's one thing. Also, I've got room now for VR streams. I still have to... Fuck me. Hello, pen? Why do you... Literally, the pen just stopped working. F in chat for the pen. Even Twitch's pens... I just stop recording with working. Jesus Christ. I've got a VR headset. I've got now room to play VR. I still have to connect it to my computer because I've not really paid attention to VR. I didn't even mean to buy it so soon. I plan to like wait for a bit. But then they said they are gonna raise the prices, so I just bought it so I didn't have to pay another $100. Yeah, that's basically it. It's sitting there on the bottom next to like the panda with the frog head. It's like in a travel case. Yeah, I have to connect it to the PC so I can actually stream what I'm doing, and I need to get did the price actually raise? The price actually raised. I think they were like running more on a loss on the headsets than they thought they were. Like most consoles sell on a loss because the profit they're making is on the games. And probably with like chip shortages and such. I don't know. It's probably a good reason, it's just annoying. They were already very cheap though, but that's one thing. But yeah, now I got it for like €350 and now they're $450. So that's not worth it. The reason I wanted the Oculus is because it was cheaper. Like the Valve one is like 1,000 or something. So maybe if I get a couple of sims, I can eventually buy that for full body tracking or something. Let me put this on the shelf. ASMR. Okay, so they're similar. But this one is like slightly smaller. I don't know if you can see it. It's like slightly smaller, I believe. Or just looks that way because of the color. So the main difference is in how tall the cup is. Like it's easily like a third bigger. Besides that, it just looks the same. Interesting. More ASMR. I love the difference. Like for Emily's cup, it just has the logo. And this cup has the collaboration logo. Also, what I heard is that this waifu is just female Connor in a JoJo suit doing a JoJo pose. Where am I gonna put it? I feel like that's good enough. So that's now on the shelf. I actually will have to rearrange the shelf at some point because I ordered a Iron Mouse and Android. I also ordered a Booby plushie. And from these two, these are plushies from Makeship from Hermitcraft, which is a Minecraft SMP. It's basically like the mature version of Dream SMP, and it's completely PG for the most part. I think there's only one person that's not PG, but she tries to be. I ordered another one. So for Vaporeon, I have to like go. And I probably have to put the controllers somewhere else. Maybe behind Vaporeon. Because the controllers take up a lot of shelf space. And the only reason they're there is because of the socket. Because I only have like 2 sockets here next to the computer. And one goes to my computer. And the other one, I just have like my Switch straight plugged into it. So I probably need to get like another how do you call it? Another socket block? How the fuck do you call it? I don't know. For that. And find a place for my speaker. I think my speaker can go on there. Because I've got like a Sonos speaker. But it has to be plugged in directly into the wall mount. Otherwise it doesn't pick up on the Wi-Fi. So I can put everything else that's on the shelf into like a block. And then one reserved for the speaker. I don't know. I will have to figure that out. But yeah, this shelf is far from finished. I will likely move some plushies to the bottom layer. It's just a little junk that will likely have to stay there. But if I put plushies in front of it, it doesn't look that bad. This shelf is a special shelf because it has my World of Warcraft plushies. Also, World of Warcraft Classic just came out like early this week. World of Warcraft Classic War of the Lich King. Fuck off. What the fuck? Okay, so Bixby reacted to my voice again. And he thought I said buttfucker. Hello? I didn't say that. Anyway. World of Warcraft Classic War of the Lich King came out early this week and I kind of want to play. So either I'm gonna do it offline or you will have to deal with me playing on MMO. I know not everyone likes that. But it's fresh and I kind of want to play it. And for the big box, I will need to find out when Margarita is going to be around, so I can open it when she's around, so she can give comments in real time. And yeah, I put Kaneki, the box set there just to fill space, and because it was always in my background, so to have something familiar was nice. I think that panda specifically was also in my background. And Vaporeon as well, and these two were also in my background. Everything else just came from my couch, or was already on this shelf before I moved it. But the shelf was like right next to my desk, so it was never in shot. Also, you have to see this. This panda has a bow tie. A rainbow bow tie. I bought this bow tie. I didn't know what to do with it. I put it on the panda. It looks kind of cute. I also have like a... how do you call it? Like the long one. The regular tie. Also a rainbow. I might like... This is my only like big panda. So if I want to put the regular tie somewhere, that probably needs to go in this panda. Because this tie can go on other plushies, I think. So I need to figure it out. But I quite like it on him. I think this is cuter. Yeah. I love pandas. As you can tell, they're like one. That one is also holding one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pandas and a panda plant pot. You can't see the leaves because it's so dark there. And I've got more pandas in the other room. And also, World of Warcraft Dragonflight is coming out in November, and I kind of want to play that too. So you'll have to deal with me playing games you might not like. Jesus Christ. A little bit in the coming months. But I will make sure to like include other streams. And I want to make more schedules as soon as I'm really back into streaming. Because I don't want to go back hardcore and streaming right away. Like I might do another stream this weekend just to play WoW and do the box. I just don't want to jump into the depths again right away. And make the same mistakes I did before. Like, I want to stream when I actually have something to stream. And today, I just wanted to break the break. And I still need to watch the trailers. Because that's actually time sensitive. And I didn't want to re-record it offline, because then it's just felt weird because I already seen the trailers. Like, having Twitch chat to bounce off of is actually quite nice. Then it actually like feels like I did something cool. I don't know, and that needs to be edited like this weekend. So I won't be. So I probably will be streaming again this weekend. Maybe not. Might just edit the video first and then stream again. I don't know exactly. Yeah. I also got this nifty thing. I can get my phone in here so we can do top-down streams with the second camera for stuff that I can do on my desk at some point. So like maybe building Legos or tarot readings, changing the keycaps on my keyboard, something like that. Then we'll actually have proper camera angle. Remember how I wanted to do that with the Elgato mount? And it would actually like really bad. And this is just a bendable arm. It's actually quite tough, which is good. So I have that too, and I can just clamp it on the desk. I don't know. I can just twist that, and I can make space, and then I can just twist it back down and put it on the side of the desk. And I have to use OBS Droid Cam on my phone to transport my phone view to my computer, which for some reason isn't working, which is a shame. Let me put this here. Also got a bunch of games. They're in the card over there, and I can't really reach them right now. Droidcam is a pain sometimes. I think because I reset OBS and OBS updated, and I haven't updated the Droidcam thing. It doesn't work right now. It worked on the second to last stream before my break. So I think it was just the OBS update, and I just need to update that. But I got a few games. I got Bloodborne. I've got Detroit Become Human. Ghost of Tsushima. And a bunch of other games. Secondhand, when I was on vacation. Actually pretty good. Oh, I actually got those before I left. That's pretty cool. I also snagged Cyberpunk 2077 in the sale. It was like 50% off. And because of the anime, which is amazing, by the way. You have to go watch it. Actually, I was like, oh, I want to give the game a try. I know if I will be playing it on the stream, but I have it. That's one thing. Is there anything else? Yeah, and next time we will, like, I want to set up like follower goals and sub goals and such. I couldn't really think of anything. Like literally the only thing I can come up with is like set up like a follower a sub goal for me to drink milk. Because apparently, like I share a lot of audience with Mudan and Evan. Everyone loves seeing people drink milk. So I'll do that. Yay, the pen works again. Let's go. So yeah. Before we move on to the anime trailers, there's one last thing. And this is gonna be like... This is gonna be, for the time being, it's gonna be like a secret. Like, you just had to be there. I've mentioned it at some point before, really vaguely. I might be considering it, but I am planning on getting a VTuber model. Because a big thing why I can't stream as much as I want to, because like physically appearing on camera is exhausting, but also some days I just look like a fucking gremlin, and I want to look like a fucking gremlin, but I still feel good enough mentally that I can stream, but I feel conscious about how I look and such. Get a PNG or reactive. That's definitely the first step, but I want to design something first. Like, I'm not completely sure whether I want to get a model that's based on how I look IRL, or just make a completely different design. Because both have their pros and cons. Because for starters, me getting a VTuber model doesn't mean that I'm never going to stream on camera ever again. And if I move to YouTube, I will likely just do my regular streams on the secondary channel. Because if I stream as a VTuber, that also means that my main channel will just mean that I will make videos as a VTuber. And for stuff that I plan to make, I'm not showing my face anyway. Like, I want to make more extended version of the Merryweather video. So it's gonna be a lot of narration and just motion graphics and such. So I don't really need to share my face anyway. So on top of that, if I do reaction stuff or other stuff, it will just be with my VTuber model instead of my face. So the content won't change. Just how I am in it will change a bit, but it's just looks. So I likely just make a secondary channel where I can just upload vlogs and whatnot, but that's just further down the line when I have more ideas than fit on my main channel, but actually enough ideas to fill the main channel. Does that make sense? Anyway, so first step is get a design. Second is get a PNG version of that first, of course, because you can just use it as Discord reactive, just talking on talking. You can also, there's also like a program where you can put in expressions and such, so you just can toggle between them, and you can also put in a timer for blinking. So when you talk and not talk, it switches between mouth, but it also periodically blinks, so it feels more reactive. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that, but yeah. And then I'm gonna find an artist. I have seen someone, not per se because I like their art, because the art is beautiful, but there are styles that I prefer because I think I would like to work with them in a way. Because making, like, commissioning something so big, you have to feel comfortable being in contact with that person for an extended amount of time, you know? And you have to put your trust in them. And their prices are also more forgiving. Like, I don't need a high-end model as my first model. At this moment, I also don't have the money to spend like 2K on a model. So, if at all possible, if I can keep it below 1K, it will be great. But I will likely will. There's also like a reason why I want to do follower and sub goals, to like get a little extra pocket money that I can just save up for dumb shit like that. Because if you're gonna be a VTuber, you don't just need a model. You need scenes, you need overlays, and you don't need fancy stuff, but you need something, you know? You just can't put a VTuber model on an empty background. Like, I can still use my current chat box. It's on that side. I can still use my current chat box. I can still use my alerts. Alerts can even be as simple as just putting a random GIF with the text "thank you for following" underneath it. That's how Merriweather is doing it right now. He's not rebranding. He is changing up his branding to be more professional. So he's getting a lot of custom stuff. But he said he spent like 13K, not 30, but 13K on his redebut for his anniversary / birthday. So a big and static change, new model, and a 3D model, and just having everything custom. But up until now, he was just fine with like having the standard, I think it's Streamlabs alerts with just a random GIF of like fan art, or like a looping GIF of something his model does, you know? So that doesn't need to be too weird. But that's also like the thing that's currently holding me back from commissioning emotes. Because if I'm gonna commission emotes, I need to make sure that I know whether I'm gonna base my VTuber model on me or on a different design. Because if I'm gonna base it on myself, literally, I can just have someone design some emotes and just have a very neutral outfit beneath them, because that doesn't really matter. Because my face, my hair, like my hair is now obviously a bit different, but I still will have the same hair color, same type of glasses, same overall look, you know? So even if I have a model with a slightly different design, because it's condensed down into a chibi, it will carry over regardless. If I'm going for a completely different design, Even if it's as different as a different hair color. It's already not gonna mess up, and I will have to like get a full set of new emotes, which I don't think is. I don't have Shy Lily money, you know. Well, chibi acid could work, and with free acids you can also spice things up. Yeah, there are a lot of people who have like very neutral but like slightly themed overlays for VTubers just over on Etsy, which I kind of lean towards, but also with how simple you just need it to be. With how simple it just needs to be, I feel like it won't be that expensive to commission it. You need a dumper twerking emote. I've been wanting to commission someone to get some animated emotes of my cats, because that will work regardless. Are those, is that Usagi? Yeah, it's so cute. Oh my god, squishy. Squishy bun. That's so cute. Yeah, if I get stuff of my cats. Oh, those are so cute. Those are so cute. I only have like one neutral emote. And that's this one. Default made it. That's one of my guinea pigs. And if I get like a few more of them based on my other pets, like I want to get like a bongo cat of my pet Sammy, my cat. For the first reason, the basic bongo cat is white. My cat is black and white. And from the areas that will be showing on the bongo cat will mostly be white. She has like a few black spots on her head, upper body, paws. And she is also like the one always trying to like swipe things off the table and just playful, just so it fits. And then like a pop cat of my other cat, but she's black. Like a black cat. And I'm still like trying to figure out like how can I have that be designed so she's still perceived as a black cat without her being really black. So she still stands out on Twitch, you know? Maybe have the artist add like a really faint glow to the edges. I don't know exactly. Some of my faves aren't too low. Yeah, white outline. Yeah, something like that. But like the artist I had in mind, their bongo cat was like really slow. I like the hyperactive bongo cat. It's just like, and it like, you know, it's cute, but I like the hyperactive bongo cat. That's just me. So I need to go find someone that can do that. And I also like getting a black cat, bongo cat. You can get pre-made, but I want it to be sort of custom. So I want to get. Oh, my mom's upstairs. How do you call it? Wait. Sorry, my mom's on the phone. I wanted to check if it's bad if my mic picks it up. I just need to keep talking, I believe. So you can get pre-made black cats, but I want to make it a bit more custom. And both my cats have like these really pretty yellow eyes. So I want to incorporate that in a certain way because they're also sisters. So they're like similar to one another. It's like they are clearly connected. You know? Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. It's not really nice. So it's both custom and connected to my other cat. Because they are sisters and I always see them as like a pair. Hyperactive emotes are always fun. Yeah, exactly. Like the crow has highlights. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, the crow is like a dark gray. But it's lighter than the chat box, but still dark enough to be understood as black. So I think I might need to go the route that my cat is like really dark brown. Because if she's in like a summer sun, you can clearly tell that she's black with dark brown hints in it. Not everything gets a brown glow, but like parts of her, so I might be able to like incorporate that. One with the harmonicas and one with the bongos. Yeah, I like that. So that's definitely, I need to like settle down on a design first, because I have some design ideas that I need to like work out, because what would be a perk if I use myself as a design? I also have like lore ideas to like tie things in. The lore will be very meta. A bit similar to how Merryweather has this lore. How many pets do you have? I've got, at this moment, 2 guinea pigs and 2 cats. So that would leave 3 slots for pet emotes. And like my thing is like I know what I want for the cats, but I just don't know what to do for my other guinea pig. And the wood emote that Default made, he made that as like fan art. So I didn't know he was making them to begin with. So the fact that I didn't have to think up what it had to be was really nice. He just based it on a picture. That little the guinea pig is literally called Little One because we never bothered to give him a name. But he responds to it and it actually fits him. But he seems like super hyperactive and like such. So like I don't have a picture right here, but I could show you. So if you have ideas, a boogie boy could also be cool. You have boogie boys, you have wiggly boys, but wiggly boys are more dog. More like, yeah, dog. The kitty dance. No, it's a dog. Oh, that dance. Oh, that dance. Yeah, that's a kitty. That can be anything. So that could be a guinea pig. But like the problem with that again is the guinea pig is also black and white. Could always make a wiggly like that. Yeah, but I don't like, the thing is, I've seen so many things with that. Cats, dogs, birds. Never seen anything with a guinea pig. So I don't know if it would look weird. So we'll have to like look up some examples first to like really go on if it's worth it. I think maybe like, yeah, a boogie boy. If you have like a black boogie boy, it would look very weird. Why do I only have black animals? I can also extend it to my dead guinea pigs. Like at this point, I've got 2 alive guinea pigs. And 4 that died in the last few years. So I could include them as well. But not all of them could be animated emotes, because I only have 5 animated slots. Just give him a little white outline wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, true, but like what I like about a boogie boy is that it's like because it's like such a wide surface for contrasting color, it stands out. Like the boogie stands out. If it's just white, if it's dark at the white outline, it feels weird. And like for a pop cat, it wouldn't matter as much because most of the emote will be stationary anyway. And 50% of the time, like one of the frames will be mouth closed, one of the frames will be mouth open. And mouth open will obviously have like pinks and reds for the inside of the mouth. with Boogie Boy, it would just be like black or dark. I'm not exactly sure if that would work. That's like one of the downsides of dark mode. All colors pop, but if it's too dark, it just won't show up. But it's still a lot better than if you had white, because white, yeah, I don't know. So I have to think about that. I have like design ideas for both basing it on myself and basing it on like a more of an OC type of thing. But also like a middle ground. It's based on me, but more recolored. And with that, I don't mean I'm going to do blackface. I just mean a different hair color, different eye colors to be more fantasy. Like, because I'm also like, it's like, if I based on myself, that would make my hair like brown, like dark blonde / brown. And that doesn't really stand out too much in the masses, but my alternative option will involve white hair. But a lot of people also have white hair, especially like male or masculine VTubers. And even better is to have bright hair, because that's what everyone has. But also, if you don't have it, you stand out in a different way because you're different than everyone else. So if I base it on myself, I have to like bank on the outfit. But because my features will be relatively neutral in color, I can get away with all kinds of outfit designs. So that's something. It's so hard. I've been doing some design work and mood boards and such. That's why I'm on Pinterest. For everyone's wondering, like, I keep mentioning it. I find things on Pinterest, and I feel like people are wondering, like, what the fuck are you doing on Pinterest? I see 5 VTubers on my sidebar recommended right now, and they all have dark blue, purple hair. Yeah, blue and purple are colors that I use so much. And I do want to incorporate purple in some way, because literally it's my favorite color. But I think it might just be in, like, highlights. So purple is part of my color palette, but more in a highlight way. Because I also want to, like, look to the future. I don't want to stick to one aesthetic, like hardcore. Like, of course, I have, like, some VTuber lore in mind to, like, both for the fact that I really love VTuber lore. So to be a VTuber and not get my own lore would be a mistake. Especially if I want to, I want to make videos on lore from other VTubers. I already made one. But it will be very meta. Similar to how Merryweather has his lore. Like, it seems very fantastical. But you can clearly tell there's, like, a narrative of, like, stuff that happened to him in real life through it. I feel like a lot of VTubers have that. But for some people, you can clearly see, like, oh, he tells this like a major metaphor, actually. Like, you can easily translate it to what it would have been like in real life. And I kind of want to do that as well. So, like, it would explain how I exist on both, like, the regular plane of existence and in the VTuber plane. But also tie in with my content and what I love. Like, my hobbies. Like, a lot of VTubers incorporate becoming a streamer or becoming friends with humans into their lore because they're non-human creatures. Like, Iron Mouse is a good example. Yeah, she literally included it. She came to Earth and she found out about streaming being the thing, so she became a streamer. Easy. I need to stop dropping the pen. Cody and Heidi, high effort lore, got a laugh out of me. I haven't looked at that. I need to write that down. False. I just write down false ID and then add a note. Because I will, if I am gonna cover them, I'm gonna have to cover false first because they're an extension of his efforts. Or maybe combine them. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't heard about that lore. I just watched Fall Side. If I see something in my recommended from him, or if there's like VTuber drama, because I do like the lore videos were like 10 seconds long each and are stylistic. That's kind of cool. It's actually kind of cool, and it would be cool for me to try and like make a 1 minute analysis out of them. Also, I love the names from False ID, his co-host. I think I might be overselling it. No, I just see it as a personal challenge. And I know that because of False ID, his name, I could get views out of it. I just need to play it up very seriously. I don't need to reveal that it's a paint drawing. Fuck, do the people that watch it know? And I can just combine them. So I love the names because like you have false ID. So that sounds as like a false ID. But then you have his main co-host, Lady. She's a lady. But you write it as LAE dash DEE. And then you have Cody and Heidi. And I don't know for sure if that's the case, but for me it seems like it consists of Ko and Hai. Ko-Hai is the opposite of a senpai. Like a senpai is your upperclassman. And a Ko-Hai is your underclassman. And they're obviously false ID and ladies Ko-Hais because they're new. So that's kind of cool. So there, I might be able to spin some sort of meta out of that. And only like if it's anywhere between like 25 and 60 seconds, it's good for me to like post. It took me an embarrassing long time to register the Ko-Hai pun. When they were announced, like I saw Lady right away. So that might be why I saw it so quickly in their names. But I love that. Because they're like the way they write it, it's not that obvious. But if you say it, it's very obvious. And the names, Cody and Heidi, are also just names. That is just like lady is also like a word. Even though you don't spell it like that whatsoever. So that's interesting. But yeah, about the VTuber stuff, I might mention it offhand. And maybe in the sub chat on my Discord at some point. I don't know. Because I know that the more I talk about stuff, the more pressure I put on myself, the less likely I'm going to do it. I'm also like a fucking coward. Like, I know, like, a lot of people require you to have a design ready. But I do need help with the design. And I know that some people are up to help designing if you ask them. And of course, pay them for it. I'm just too afraid to ask. I just rather want to find someone that has like their commissions in their card. And what I want is like, I could just pick like, I want that. I want number 2, please. And then just send the information and just hide in the corner until I'm done. But I know you can get so much more than that. And especially like the artist I'm looking at, she seems to be willing to do a lot of things. because I don't want to say she's desperate for commissions, but she clearly wants to get more commissions and practice and such. And again, like, a big reason I don't want to spend too much is so I just can get started as soon as possible. So like money isn't going to be a problem. But also I will have an idea for a better design in like the first 6 months. And a lot of VTubers have a re-debut about like 6 to 8 months after their original debut. Anyway, so if I keep the original 2D model on the cheapest side, maybe like even commission a half body model, so I will only be showing half anyway. So I can get higher quality for the same price, because I will show the legs really much to begin with. Also, maybe, I don't know. So I can then just get started and then notice like, hey, what do I want different from using the model? Because the only experience I have with 2D models is just watching people. And there are certain things I know I don't want. Like, or at least I do want, is like, I do want some sort of XYZ movement in the upper body. Which is what I noticed for like Nichi Sanchi. Their models are quite stiff. Like, they're really moving like... And like a little bit of head movement, but it's like... You know? Is that a good representation? They're really stiff. Like, their face moves, but everything else is just attached like a stick, it looks like. And it varies from model to model. Like, I feel like Mista's is like one of the more stiff ones, and the other ones have some bounce. But there are also like models that have longer hair, and especially like little shorties around the face, and they just basically just tip over so much, and it stays in the same angle as it was before. I'm like, that's not how physics work. And I know there are like cheap riggers that just give a slight bit of bounce. Part of that is just how the settings are in VTube Studio. You can get a lot more body movement just tweaking a few sliders. Yeah, but I haven't seen any of the Nichi Sanchi yen models have it as well as most indie models. Does that make sense? Like, the Nichi Sanchi models, the art is gorgeous. But I am not the fan of the rig as much. Like, the faces are also not as expressive. Maybe I'm just used to models being as expressive as like in Mary's and Myra Mouse's. Yeah. They all do remind me of Azel's old body movement. Yeah, exactly. That was pretty stiff. I feel like even Azel's model was less stiff. You could clearly tell it's like he commissioned it himself. I hated Azel's old mouth movement. It was very basic. A lot of VTubers nowadays also have like a V-bridger. So they actually like track the movement. So there are a lot of more mouth options that people have, the artist has to draw, instead of like a combination between open and closed. And that and they can also like track like puff cheeks and such. That's really cool. That was my favorite part. The Muppet like mouth made a lot of movements funnier. I mean, Azel worked that model to its absolute best. even though it was a relatively, like, compared to like a lot of people, it was a relatively simple model in terms of movement. It was so, he used it so well. And that's also like a thing that I don't really see in Nichi models, and that's like the movement like forwards and backwards. Like with Eiffel, you could like clearly tell if he was like falling over behind him, like backwards from laughing. Like his whole model would just like go, you know? You don't really see that from Nichi. And it's not me, like, I'm not trying to bash on Nichi. It's just like, I'm very clearly learning what I want in my own model. And I probably need to have like things be very sensitive for expressions. Because now I'm on camera, I just try to emote more. But when I'm just talking to myself, I don't really have very clear difference in expressions. And I don't think it will pick up as much. So, yeah. I'm getting so tired. I will... And we still have to watch the anime trailers. I also have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I wish there was better tracking available for VTuber models. I probably use mine a bit more. So, NVIDIA, or NVIDIA, I don't know how the fuck you want to call it. NVIDIA is working on something that will make face tracking through regular cameras better. Just like NVIDIA has now... first you need a NVIDIA broadcast to like remove backgrounds or blur backgrounds artificially. And they also had like really good noise cancelling that just filtered out your voice and just muted everything else. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card. Yeah, okay, true. But I feel like most people that are streamers have an NVIDIA graphics card. Because if you're running all those programs, streaming and running games and on a decent quality, etc., you kind of need a decent graphics card. And if you're also like editing and such. So I feel like having the requirement being having an NVIDIA graphics card is a lot less steep than the requirement, oh, your webcam needs to be an iPhone. Do you get what I mean? Because if you have an NVIDIA graphics card and it works with like any cheap webcam, this webcam was... What did I pay for it? 180 euros? And it's a really good webcam. My previous webcam, I don't know if any of you remember that thing, was 20 euros. It had enough clarity to see my face. So, and that's in essential what you need. Like a lot of people use a webcam that's sub 100 euros. And on top of that, you have a good graphics card, so your computer just works better too. So investing the money you would otherwise invest in an iPhone into a good graphics card is in the end, I think, a better spending. I'd rather use a webcam to track instead of a phone, TBH. But, you know, I looked at that Instacam and wondered how good would that be in combination with VTube Studio. Instacamera? I feel like they're making them better. Yeah, I feel like there's like, you still need to have a certain frame rate and such. And you need to be able to light yourself up properly without overexposing, which cheaper cameras are really good at doing. But I feel like if NVIDIA really makes that good, so it can, to some degree, compete with iPhone face tracking, it will be huge for the VTubing community. And especially as face tracking on iPhone seems to be degrading over time. Like it's becoming worse. Especially because they're trying to make the inner camera smaller. Let me click on that. Oh, that one. Yeah, but it moves with you, right? I feel like that might fuck up some tracking because it's like this is the camera that Lexi sent. This is like has like a it's like a moving camera on top. You could probably disable it. Then you, for this money, you might just be able to get a better camera or like a cheaper camera that does the same thing or works good enough. Because a lot of people are using the Brio. And those are like $100. So like less than a third of this. So I think a lot of the price of it goes into the fact that it tracks you. Reduce background noise and amplify your noise. Yeah, okay, so there's also noise cancelling mic, and you don't need that. Like, that's why don't dox yourself on Amazon, by the way. I don't have anything on Amazon right now. I'm not logged in on Amazon so that's great. But yeah, the reason that the camera I have isn't as expensive as it would have been if it had a microphone is because it doesn't have a microphone. It can just spend. They just had to go full. It has to be a camera, nothing else. So if there was also a mic inside of it, or other fancy stuff that you don't need, it's generally gonna be more expensive than it needs to be. If you're gonna get a webcam, the webcams everyone is using for good reason because they're pretty good for a webcam. Like sure, there's still webcams, you can clearly tell, but most YouTubers won't use them to like video call anyway, and it does what it needs to do, and it's like $100. And you can, and I saw like Realize is a VTuber. He also does VTuber lore stuff, but also VTuber tutorials. You compare like all kinds of cameras together, and like obviously the iPhone is superior, but the cheap webcams were also very good. And between the webcams, there was very little difference. So you can get a very cheap one. Or if you want to pay a little extra, like $100, maybe $150, or the one I have, like 185 euros. You don't need to spend 300 euros on a webcam. There's like an upper limit on what webcams do, because they're so small. Like a big reason I got this camera is because there's software with it to adjust how the camera looks. There's like auto exposure, there's a bigger lens, I can change the angle, I can have anti-flicker, I can have no noise reduction, etc. So that's why I went with this camera. So it's a little bit more expensive than it might look because there's also software. It's tailored to how the camera looks. So it looks better. Like, that's free. So if you just want a webcam for VTuber tracking, you don't need anything special. Yeah. One last thing I want to say about VTuber stuff before I'm going to the bathroom and then I'm going to watch anime trailers is I don't want to limit myself to a certain aesthetic because I think eventually I will be getting tired of it or annoyed by it or something of the sorts. And if I don't leave room to change that up or for it to make sense, I will just be annoyed at myself. So whatever design I'm going for, I want to keep it like neutral so I can go for all kinds of aesthetics. Like if I want to start with a very fantasy-like aesthetic, but with the new model I want to go for a cyberpunk aesthetic, that it wouldn't break lore, it wouldn't break continuity, it wouldn't break my design. Like there are certain VTubers that have such a core part of their design is so hard locked that if you would change it to a different aesthetic, it would basically change it so much it's no longer recognizable. I think Iron Mouse did a really good job at having like a good mid ground. She has features that are so distinct that can always come back. But it doesn't really matter whether she is in an agile form or a punk rocker or a mafia boss. I feel like her next model is gonna be some sort of mafia boss kind of thing. She teased a little bit of it. It works because she is Satan, but she's come to Earth to enjoy Earth in a life that she wants to. So she can be whatever the fuck she wants. And especially with how her lore is going, there's like a mouse multiverse. And like different timeline, different places in a timeline Iron Mouse. It's like it all makes sense, but she's still super recognizable. If you want to go overboard, you go and get an EOS camera, use this webcam. And you could do fancier stuff like swapping lenses. I want to get a good camera at some point because I do want to do vlogs at some point. So hence why I want to start like a second channel for more serious stuff. Like maybe that channel will just be vlogs, stuff like what Ludwig does on Mogul Mail, more personal stuff, and just anything else I make that doesn't really I want to make but doesn't really fit on main channel, you know, something like that. I don't know exactly. Yeah. I'm going to the bathroom, then we're going to watch the anime trailers. Then I really have to go because I still have to eat and I have to finish work. We have been here for 3.5 hours. Jesus Christ. Why do I have so many pings? Bruh. Okay, be right back. Hello. I'm really appreciating the fact that now I have a giant window. I actually have natural lighting. Like, even though it's behind me, it's still very dark. I do need to get lights for that. Right now, my light that's usually like right next to my desk, is like behind there, so to illuminate it a little bit. I need to get some more lights for that. That's for sure. So probably some like more fancy LED lights to add a little bit more color to the background. But as long as I stream during the day, the lighting is super good. RGB lights. Yeah, I want to get some RGB lights. And not like the ones I had. I want to have like those standing lights, similar to Evan's. Because I can just put one on either side, actually, of the thingy. Or maybe, like, there's also a chair here. That chair, I don't know why I have it. It used to have the panda on it, the big panda. I might move the big panda back to the chair at some point if I need more space. I also have like a little cart. Right now it's just filled with junk from moving rooms. But I might move that cart over there. And then just put a light behind there and a light on that side of the cabinet. So the back of my room is like illuminated. I don't know. I originally had that thing in the middle, but then I would always sit right in front of it. I would literally cover the entire thing up all the time with my big chair. So now it's just a chair just behind me. So I don't exactly know. Maybe some floodlights. There's also like tube lights. You can just lay flat on the floor and then it illuminates the entire wall. So maybe that in the middle and like something directly behind the cabinet. To like extra illuminate the cabinet itself. I don't know exactly how yet, but I'm going to IKEA soon. Might also just get regular lighting. I don't know exactly. But I definitely need light in my background. Because without that, my hair, the back of my hair would like really blend in with the background. And it's just, I need some actual lighting at some point. Maybe, how does this go? Oh, that's terrible. I mean, it would help. Because these lights are not directly facing downwards. One is facing more towards the floor, like diagonally down. One is aimed at where the big lamp is over there, and one is aimed towards me. So I think it's really dark out. These lights might actually be helpful to light up the room. But right now they don't do very much. I think this looks a little bit better. But like, I really appreciate the natural lighting. And because of where I am in the house, there's no direct sunlight. The sun will never directly shine into this room, making this room a lot nicer to work in because I can just keep the blinds up. And in summer, it's a lot cooler here. And we'll never have excess light. That makes sense. Because it's a webcam, the background isn't that dark. It just looks very dark because it's a webcam and the sensor isn't very big. If I had a regular big camera, this would look a lot better. But let me go and open all the anime trailers that I had saved. I added them to my I call it my bookmarks. So again, I already went through. Fuck me. I already went through all of these trailers and watched them. I just saved them, so now we can just watch them together. Can I just close this entire thing? Yes, I can. Why are all these trailers auto-playing? I really hate that. Luckily they're all muted. Yes. And usually I also have to like look for trailers with English subtitles. I already did that now. Reincarnate. So I just picked the best trailers, like the most hyped shows. But also a few that I thought interesting. Why is Chainsaw Man twice in here? That's weird. Okay, anyway, let's... I want my cursed content. There was no cursed content. Why is this in here twice? Huh? I just opened it twice. That's weird. There was no real cursed content. It was just really weird and mid. I just like last time it was like legitimately cursed. But now there was nothing like really cursed. It's just sad in a degree, but that's fine. I'm gonna hide chat for a second. So I can do my YouTube intro. Fuck, what did I do as a YouTube intro? Oh my god. Okay, I'm recording. Oh my god, I'm so stiff and I'm hungry. I got a really nice pizza. Thank you. Thank you.